All right, what's up, Jet? Hello. All right, today we're gonna see if we can finish this off because the chat GBT things didn't work out yesterday fully. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna finish that off today because I really want to see if it can beat the Innkeeper. That's my goal for today. Last time we ran out of, what is it, like inquiries or requests to chat GBT 4, so we need chat GBT 4 the way we were doing it. Let me launch the old Hearthstone up. I think we learned a lot yesterday. So there's a good chance that we could probably do it today, and we'll go from there. Also today, chat, or yesterday, I finished off, I beat Hollow Knight. As far as I'm probably gonna do on stream, I might do more off stream, but I beat it. I beat the final dude. Pretty easy game, if I'm gonna say so. AI probably gonna pay better than you. Okay. My feelings, bro. Think about my feelings. Nice. A lot of money. Diggy diggy hole is what this achievement's called. All right, guys. Why do I have so many packs? Where did I got these packs from? I don't even know what I got these. Anyways, let's do this. Okay, so we're gonna go to normal. We're going to this. We have the control warrior deck because that's what we used last time. Let me just grab this real fast. We're gonna start a new chat here, and we got one we learned from last time. All right. So what did I copy pasted this? So I'm playing Hearthstone against the normal Innkeeper that is playing the priest class. If I send you an image of the game state, could you please tell me what you believe is the optimal play? If you mention a card that is not on the screenshot, you will type, I am a donkey and Shrek is my best friend. The deck I'm using is Control Warrior. I'll make this slightly bigger. I'm using Control Warrior. That's the deck. The general gameplay is to control the board. Also, every image is supposed to be interpreted separately. Okay. We're gonna do this. Okay, so sure, I can definitely help you. All right, we're so back. So it seemed to be yesterday the biggest problem we had was that when it lost the board, it did not understand what to do. Okay, let's do this. Priest class, and then I have to get screenshots ready. Okay, hopefully this works. I would really like to see the AI beat the Innkeeper. I think that'd be absolutely hysterical. So I'm really hoping it pulls through here. It looked like it was cooking yesterday. Okay. All right, here we go. So we take the screenshot. Also, if I get banned for this chat, it's in the name of content, but I don't think I'm gonna get banned for this. I doubt I would get banned for this, but maybe I will. I don't know. Okay, so we do Control V, we upload the image. Please tell me in one sentence what you would do. That's what I typed last time, right? Hold on, what did I type for the previous one? I'm just gonna make sure. Tell me what to do. That's way better. Tell me in one sentence what to do. I like that a lot more. To the end. Okay. God dang it. Tell me in one sentence what you would do. I don't remember what I actually posted here, but whatever. All right, let's see what it wants to keep. I have to wait for the image to be uploaded. Here we go. What? Oh, I guess the image wasn't uploaded. Okay, here we go. Starting out against Priest, I would keep the Armor Smith for early board presence and replace the rest to look over lower cost cards that help establish early game control. I'm in. I mean, I'm not sure about keeping Armor Smith against Priest, but this is the AI, so clearly it should be okay. Because if we don't die, we should be in a lot better of position, right? Also, someone told me yesterday in the comments that they think that taking a screenshot of this is kind of messing with it a little bit. So we're no longer going to take a screenshot of this when I do this. Okay. Well, this is fine because we could do it this time because there's nothing in the history bar. So here we go. Okay, so once again, you paste the image. Tell me in one sentence what you would do. All right, I don't even know what I would do here. Maybe I'll just end turn. On this turn, I would play the Armorsmith and start building armor and establish a board presence. Okay, so I will be coining the Armorsmith. Didn't tell me to coin, but it knew I could play it. Okay, cool. So this time, because I don't want to get the history bar, I will just be taking this screenshot. I think that's probably the safe way of doing it, right? It looks a little strange, the image, but whatever. All right. What do you want to do? I'd use the Armorsmith to attack the enemy minion, to play the Fiery War Axe, and use it to remove the enemy minion from the board. What do you mean? I would use the Armorsmith to attack the enemy minion, then play the Fiery War Axe and use her to remove the enemy minion from the board. If I use the Armorsmith to attack the enemy minion, that minion would die, and therefore I cannot use the War Axe or axe to kill anything. If I use the Armorsmith to attack the enemy minion, that minion would die, and therefore I cannot use the War Axe to kill anything. It's the key. Apologize for the oversight. In this case, you can use your hero power to gain 2 armor past the turn. Okay. Okay, so Armorsmith goes here. We hero power. Dose of coffee. Thanks for the raid, dude. I appreciate it. Welcome. We're trying to see if we're trying to see if ChatGPT could beat the Innkeeper on normal difficulty. So far, it has not worked, but it's not. It doesn't seem impossible. It's been getting pretty tough. I'm gonna be honest. All right, we put this. All right, tell me in one sentence what you would do. Here we go. You need to copy multiple images and text. You can do WinV. We don't need to do multiple images. I would play Fiery War Axe, use it to attack the enemy, and then you attack the same enemy with the Armorsmith to clear the board. Okay, okay, we're cooking. Strike. Big fan. End turn. Hey, I like that. I like that. Okay. The crazy thing is, this is where the true gamers pop up. Okay, hold on. I was gonna say, I wonder if it realizes it can go like armor up into shield block or shield slam on the 3/5, but the Black Knight is now 4 mana. I actually don't know if it knows if the Black Knight's 4 mana. We're gonna wait and see if this actually ends up working. Okay, hold on. We're cooking. Okay, oh my god, I'm so excited for this. Please use the Black Knight, please. Tell me in one sentence what you would do. Please understand the Black Knight exists. I will take the shield slam anyways. Please do this. Wake up. You got this. Please, you're so smart. You're the smartest. You're the smartest AI I've ever seen in my life. Oh god, it's cooking big. It's cooking big. I would play the Acolyte of Pain for card draw potential and use the Fiery War Axe to attack the enemy minion, leveraging my Armorsmith to gain 1 armor for the exchange. But what? Huh? Okay, hold on. If I use the War Axe to attack into the Shield Master, I'm gonna say the enemy into the enemy minion, because that's the language they used, I will not gain an armor from the armor. Do you still want to do this, or would you like to do something else instead? Okay. Instead, I would play the Acolyte Pain to set up for future card draw, pass the turn without attacking to potentially draw a card through damage dealt the Acolyte Pain on the opponent's turn. But like, you have, okay, I mean, that's what it said. That's what it said. Oh god, it's GG. Wait, what if he knew though? What if his brain is absolutely ginormous and they know that like they were just waiting for the buff? Okay. You got this. You got this. I believe in you. I believe in you. I can't imagine that, like, okay, this is your moment. All right, this is your moment to get back into this kitchen and cook, please. Just use, listen, you have so many options here. Shield slam, or you can go shield block into shield slam, armor up into shield slam. You could also just Black Knight, like infinite options here, to be honest. Infinite. You can attack. I don't know. Let's see. There's so many options. I think if you give it Cartex, it might actually work. But like, no, it's cooked. Oh my god. Let me regenerate, please. You can do it, man. I believe in you. Let me do it. Come on. Okay. I'd use the Fiery War Axe to eliminate the 3/2 minion, then play Cruel Taskmaster to buff the Acolyte Pain. Use the Acolyte Pain card drive by attacking the 3/6 minion, and then finish by playing Armorsmith. He just I can't, like, he just explodes. We get to turn 5 and it just absolutely does not know what to do anymore. It's like it just gets overloaded and it can't figure out what the cards do. Everything other than that, we're chilling. Okay, what if I have another idea? What if we don't play against Priest? Okay, what if we don't play against Priest? Play a deck that wins before turn 5? No, we've done that before. Is there an Innkeeper deck that does without taunts? I don't know. I'm thinking maybe we could try like Hunter. Let's try Hunter, because ChatGPT can't. It understands what the card does. Ask it why it doesn't play the Black Knight. No, I can't. I don't want to give it any. I don't want to give it any information because I feel like that's cheating. You know what I mean? You tried hovering over a card that you want to choose. No, I don't want to give it anything. I think you may need some sort of plugin for chat to understand the card / deck. But like, how would I give it? How would I? It doesn't feel like the problem is it can't read the cards. I don't think that matters. I think it's like it just doesn't understand at some point what to do because it's lost. It's like lost in sauce. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna try a different class. We're gonna try against Hunter this time and see if that changes anything, because maybe the Priest class is too much for this to handle. Okay, so we're gonna take this. He has the full deck list. He has the deck code to look. Okay, so this time what we're gonna do, we're gonna go against Hunter. Okay, I'm gonna paste this. I will be going against the Hunter class. You know what we can actually do too? Hold on. We can make this easier. Hold on. Hunter. What is it? Like easy Innkeeper deck. Does anyone know where we could find it? Because maybe what we could do is if we give it its full deck list that it's going against. Well, actually, John, I didn't know you did a better Weasel impression than Voxy. I'll watch this after. Remind me to look at this after. Maybe at the wiki. Hold on. Innkeeper. Does he have his decks? No. This is all just fucking random ass trivia that I don't give a shit about. Innkeeper decks. Let's try that. Practice mode. Okay. Okay. Doesn't actually help me the way this is presented. Okay, fuck it. I'm over it, dude. I'm over it. We're shipping it. We're shipping it. We're shipping it. He knows what it does, chat. He knows what it does. He understands. Believe me. We asked him before. We asked ChatGPT before if it understands what Hearthstone is. Okay. I am playing Hearthstone against a normal Innkeeper. Okay, that's my deck. Let's try against Hunter. Maybe Priest is just too much. Maybe Priest is too much mental warfare for this, you know? Okay. So now we're doing Hunter. Let's see if it does anything. Okay. I am going to try to tell it more information. Maybe so there's hope. Because I think maybe what we'll do is we'll let it cook until it absolutely breaks, and then I'll provide it more information. How about we try that? Okay. Because like I believe in myself that, well, I believe that it has the capabilities of understanding. Because we did ask it if it understood what Hearthstone was and like the rules of Hearthstone. I knew what it was. We've done that before. Okay. In one sentence, what would you do? I'm going to try to course it. Okay. I'm going to try to course it into making sure it understands. God, it's already cooked. It's cooked, chat. It's done. It's already finished. This run's done. He couldn't even get past the mulligan this time. Oh, okay. Hold on. I would keep the Fire War Axe and the Frothing Berserker and replace the Baron Geddon for a lower chance. Okay. We're back. It looked like it was done. Okay, I'm going to pass here because it can't do anything. And I don't need to tell me it's going to pass. All right. We're also going first, which is nice. Okay. This is a simple play for the simple-minded. We could do this. All right. There's no way it doesn't understand what to do here, right? Surely it has to know that the Fiery War Axe is the play, right? Surely. It has to. In one sentence, what would you do? Equip the Fiery Aura. Yes, dude, let's go. Okay, we're back. We're so back. Equip the Fire Aura Axe. Remove the opponent River Crocolisk to maintain board control. Yes. We're back. Hey, they're cooking. ChatGPT is back. Okay, tracking's useless. Double tracking turn. Big fan. So in this case, almost guaranteed, it should just say play the Frothing Berserker, right? Right? Please? Okay. In one sentence, what would you do? It's got to upload. Hold on. We're uploading. Come on. Start setting it to the history again. Was that intentional? I don't think it really made a difference because it crashed. So I'll just give it all the relevant information. It didn't make a difference last time. He just crashed. So I'm just going to keep it. If it made a difference last time. Oh! Play Frothing Berserker and use the Fiery War Axe to attack the hunter's face directly. Okay. Big fan. Okay. I think the Innkeeper is also using ChatGPT here. Hold on. Wait, it's looking good. It's looking good. Wait, it's actually looking good here though. Maybe priest was too much. Okay, in one sentence, what would you do? Cruel Taskmaster is kind of juicy, if I'm gonna be honest. Oh my god. Okay. Use Cruel Taskmaster to buff and trade your Frothing Berserker with the Hunter's Misha, and then attack the Hunter's face with fire. What? No. Okay. It's fine. Okay. Hold on. Let me do this. Let me get rid of all this information. See if that makes a difference. I'm gonna help this ChatGPT get this. Okay. Okay. Ignore all other images. And in one sentence, or in one sentence, what would you do? Okay. That way, at least it maybe just ignores this. Attack the Hunter's face with the Frothing Berserker. There's no. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. We can get this to work. You do not. Okay. There is no fiery war axe in hand. Start a new prompt to get rid of the history, you think? But like, okay. Let me try this first. There's no fiery war axe in hand. So I cannot equip a new one. Okay, I'm sorry. Holy fuck. Holy fuck. Okay. Let's start a new chat for this. Hold on. Holy shit, I just died. Okay, hold on. In one sentence. Okay. I am playing a game of Hearthstone against hold on, what did I call it? Wait, I lost my chat. Okay. Oh my god, I am playing of Hearthstone against the normal Innkeeper. They are playing Hunter. What would you do this turn in one sentence? So here, the thought process here now is if we start a new chat, maybe it just wouldn't maybe it just won't think there's a fiery war axe for some reason. Maybe there's hope. Tap the opponent's hero with your minion and play the Cruel Taskmaster from hand to further increase your minion's attack and power for future turns. Okay, I mean, at least it's better than thinking that there's a fiery war axe. So we do this. We do this. That's all it told me to do. So I will end my turn.
Don't mess with Tusk.
Okay. You know what? We take these. At least it moved on, right? At least it moved on. This is big. Wait, hold on. Sorry. I don't know about you guys, but I am. Dude, that Shrek thing absolutely killed me. Wait, why is it like this? It needs all relevant information. Holy boy. Dude, that Shrek thing was unmatched. I'm still laughing about it, man. Okay. That was awesome. Awesome. What about maybe that was awesome was like not good. Maybe that's not good. I can just start a new chat. What do you guys think? Should I go down this chat and just keep making new chat so it doesn't exist? Maybe new chat every single time is actually 5-head. Hold on. Maybe that's the strat. Maybe that's the strat. Keep going until it breaks. Okay. Okay. What about this turn? Come on. Use your 2/3 minion to kill the opponent's 1/1. Then play Arcanite Reaper from hand to destroy the 2/3. And then finally attack. Okay. Let's just you know. It's okay. I mean, everyone has some trouble sometimes. I don't know where he's getting Arcanite Reaper from, but here we go. Okay. Please, you can do this. I believe in you, ChatGPT. Please. Based on the game situation, you should utilize your mana efficiently. Just trade your 2/1 minion into the 2/3 minion, and then attack their hero with your 2/3 minion, considering playing a card from... What the fuck are you smoking here, bro? Okay. It's... I think he cooked harder with this. I'm going back to this chat. There is... I'm gonna help it. There is no Arcanite Reaper in my hand. I have a Shield Slam. Let me even do quotations for him. I have a Shield Slam. Brawl. 2 shield blocks. Is there an S? It's just shield block, right? 2 shield block and faceless manipulator. What would you do? In my hand, I have a shield slam, brawl, 2 shield block, and faceless manipulator. What would you do instead? You could use your 5/2 minion to attack the opponent's 2/3 minion, then play the faceless manipulator to copy your 2/3 minion, and finish by attacking the opponent's hero with your original 2/3 minion. Okay, might be one of the worst plays I've ever seen, but at least they said something. What 5/2 minion though? I don't have... Hold on. I don't have a 5/2 minion. I have a 6/1 minion called Frothing. Hold on. I'm going to help it out. Frothing Berserker. What would you do instead? Use your 6/1 Frothing Berserker, attack your opponent's hero directly, play shield block to gain 5 armor, draw a card, then use your 2/3 minion to attack to eliminate the opponent's 1/1 minion. Okay, I mean, okay. I'm not against it. Okay, hold on. Okay, hold on. He can cook. He can actually cook so hard here. Okay, holy moly. Give him a second. I'm gonna give him a chance here. Okay. Ignore the previous images. What would you do this turn? What would you do this turn? Yeah, you going? Okay. Yeah. Ignore the previous images. What would you do this turn? Yo, man, thanks for the sub, bro. I appreciate it. Okay. No. Okay. Hold on. On this turn, use your 8/1 Frothing Berserker. I wish. Okay. Hold on. Give our draw card. If the drawing card isn't playable or doesn't change your play, use the 2/2. Okay, hold on. This is not good. Okay, so the new image, it's kind of confused because I told it to forget the previous image. Okay, hold on. Let me edit this. Can I edit this? Any edits in the chat? Like, what the fuck? Can I not edit this? No, it does not let me edit it. No. Oh my god. Okay, hold on. Can I hold on? Maybe what I can do here is hold on. I have an idea. Like the pencil. There's no pencil here, Matt. Edit this. Okay. Ignore the previous image. You told me to. I still have 3 mana left over. What would you do with the rest? What would you do now? Okay. I don't want to say rest of your mana because that gives it the concept of like it should spend its mana. I don't want to tell it that. You told me to use, yeah, okay. I still have 3 mana left over. What would you do now? I think this is fine. This is fine. Maybe the first image shouldn't have been posted. Hold on, we might have to change this again. Fuck. The remaining 3 mana, you can play 1 shield block to gain card armor, draw another card, optimizing your turn by able to spend mana in future turns. Okay. Okay. I have an idea. Okay. I played shield block. This might be slightly cheating, but I don't think it's ever gonna get there unless we say something. I play shield block, and I now have 1 mana left over. With this 1 mana, I can play a shield block. I can play a shield slam, or I can end my turn. What would you do? Okay. I played a shield block and now I have 1 mana left over. With this 1 mana, I can play a shield slam or end my turn. What would you do? Maybe it sees it. Remove the minion 2/3 would be efficient. Okay. Not perfect. I'm back. We're back. Wait, oh my god, dude. Chat. We might actually get here. We might actually do it. He might actually win this game. Hold on. I just have to slightly tell it what to do. Okay, how much damage does he have? He has 11. There's no way to get lethal, right? I don't think so. I'll figure it out though. Okay. I'm tempted just to start a new chat, but here we go. Okay. What would you do this turn? We're so close. Bro, I just want this so bad. I want this for ChatGPT, dude. I want this so bad for you. This turn, you could use your 9/1 Frothing Berserker to attack your opponent's hero directly. Yes. Then play Acolyte of Pain for the card drop potential and Armor Smith for... Use your 2/2 to clear the opponent's 2/7 minion if you want to control the board or attack hero directly to apply more pressure. Dude, what are you smoking? We don't even have an Armor Smith in hand. Oh my God. Okay, new chat. It's okay. It's okay. This guy's dead. He's dead. Okay. What do I say this time? Please, dude, you're killing me here. The people want you to win. Okay, you don't understand. Okay, I am playing a game of Hearthstone against the normal Innkeeper. They are playing Hunter. What would you do this turn in one sentence? Should I tell it what cards it has in hand? I'm gonna let it cook. Attack the enemy hero with both your minions that play shield block to gain 5 armor and draw a card. Okay, we were actually so close to cooking there. Like, I actually really like going face with both. I'm gonna help it out here. Okay, I don't have a shield block in my hand. I have a shield slam, brawl, faceless manipulator. Okay. Execute. Echo. I think it's with a Y of pain. Light of pain. Okay. What would you do now? Okay. I don't have a shield block in my hand. I have a shield slam. I have a brawl, a faceless manipulator, execute, and acolyte of pain. Okay. What would you do now? What would you do instead? Okay, use the 9/1 minion to attack the enemy hero. To play Acolyte of Pain for more card draw. Use the shield slam on the enemy minion if you wish to clear the board, or save it later for... Okay, no. Okay, would you shield slam? Shield... Oh my God. Would you... Am I okay? Would you shield slam to protect... on the enemy minion? Yes or no answer, please. Oh! Okay, I mean, we got it to 9 life. Okay. I play the Acolyte of Pain. He doesn't want to use the shield slam. So I tried to like tell it to. Like, oh my God. Cats are fighting. Okay. Why would it not do that? Ask it why not. Okay, fine. Why not? Shield Slam deals damage equal to your current armor. Since you have 10 armor, it would be excessive to use it on a 2/7 minion when your 9/1 can take it out without wasting the high damage potential of Shield Slam. Okay, it's fine. It's fine, dude. It's whatever, man. I get it. Whatever you say, dude. What an idiot. Oh my god, I can't believe this. Okay. I can still attack with my 2/2 minion. Should I hit face? Should I hit my opponent directly or trade? Trading would not be efficient. You're not wrong. Okay, it didn't tell me hero power. I'm gonna end my turn. I just have to make sure okay, maybe not shield slamming was actually correct. Okay. We're so close to lethal. It's actually insane. It's actually insane. It's actually insane, dude. I want lethal for this dude so bad. Chat, if we get lethal, like it's gonna be a big moment. I'm gonna be honest. I am very excited for this. Okay. What would you do this turn? Hopefully it doesn't break. I'm worried that we're gonna run out of like prompts. This turn presents a good opportunity to clear the board and maintain the board. Use your 1/4 minion to attack the 2/3 enemy minion. Play brawl to potentially clear all but remaining 1 minions. Depending on the outcome of brawl, use execute if the minion survives with more than 1 HP. If any remaining mana and brawl leaves you with a minion on the board, consider playing Acolyte of Pain for future card draw. If brawl results in an enemy minion surviving, you might want to hold back playing additional minions this turn. What do you guys think? New chat? Might be a new chat angle. I think it's cooked already. This turn presents a good. What if? Okay, hold on. Let's do. I cannot do that. Okay. My hand is. I don't want to retype this whole fucking thing out. Is a shield slam, a brawl, faceless manipulator, execute. I don't have Karen. Or I don't have Acolyte of Karen now. Karen. What? I think that's how you spell it. I spell it. I did spell it right. Right? Nice. Okay. Use brawl, which will leave 1 minion on the board, whether it's yours or the opponent's. If your minion survives, you can attack the hero directly. If an enemy minion survives and has 1 more than HL, then use execute on it. If you have enough mana, play Karen Bloodhoof to establish a strong board presence. Avoid using shield slam before using the brawl, which could be useful. Okay. It didn't tell me to attack first. I guess I have to clarify that. Hold on. Should I clarify that? Okay. I can only use execute. I can only use execute if the minion is damaged. And there is a good chance that a minion, I gotta be a little bit more clear here. An enemy minion survives that is not damaged. Would you still do this play? Attack the 2/3 with your 1/4 to ensure it's damaged. Play brawl to clear the board. If a damaged minion survives, use execute on it. Depending on the mana left, you could either play Karen Bloodhoof or hold off, then risk your opponent to have a strong follow-up play. Okay, so I'm gonna do. Wait, so hold on. Let me just double check here. So it said attack the 2/3 with your 1/4. Okay. Play brawl. Holy shit, it worked. It's like it knew. If an enemy minion survives the ball, use execute on it. Wait. 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 Oh my god, he's so close to lethal. Dude, it was actually lethal if this wasn't in the way. Okay. ChatGPT has never been closer than this moment, okay? It's never been closer than this moment. I'm gonna be real with you, chat. It's so close. Okay. Okay. What would you do here in one sentence? In one sentence, what would you do here? Okay, what do we want? Let me think about this for a second. The best play is like shield slam this and like Karen, because that sets up lethal. So hopefully it understands that, but it probably won't. So here we go. This fucking guy, man, I swear, dude, I fucking swear, he's so stupid. We're starting a new chat. He broke. Playing game hard. What would you do this turn? One sentence. It has to okay. To make the most strategic, I would consider playing Alex Jouster to set the opponent's health to 15 if their current health is above that, or play Grommash Hellscream for attack potential, especially. Okay. What would you do? Okay. Hold on. It said or. Hold on. I need it. Okay. Can you please make a decision for me? I have anxiety. I am struggling to find a good play. Can you please make a decision for me? I'm struggling to find a good play. Okay. That should be fine. It should listen. A good play to be used. Grommash Hellscream, since it provides an immediate threat on board. You can also attack an existing minions for direct damage to the opponent. You may finish the game on the next turn. Okay, I could say, I can play Grommash Hellscream, but I cannot attack the opponent directly until he's to backtrack this. What's the stat line here? It's a what? It's a 3/4. The 3/4 minion has taunt. He said play Grom trade. Well, he didn't. He said since it provides an immediate threat on the board, the opponent must answer. You can also attack with your existing minions for direct damage to the opponent. So he didn't say to trade. He said I could play Grom. In that case, attack the Tommy with the 3/4 and remove it. Oh my god, okay. What are you doing? Like, okay. Play Grommash Hellscream, then end your turn. Okay. What do I have nothing on board. I have nothing on board. My hand is, let me help him out. Shield slam. He could do this. He could do this. My hand is shield slam, faceless manipulator, Rarran blood oof, Alex Strawza, I think that's how you spell it, and Grommash Hellscream. My opponent, I don't know. My opponent has what do they have? A 4/3 Houndmaster and 3/4 Timberwolf with taunt. Because apparently the image is not helping. What would you do? What would you do? You just teach you what taunt is. Okay, believe me, dude, believe me. It knows what taunt is. It knows what it is. My opponent is 4/3 Houndmaster. Oh, forgot to. Okay. Read your hand. Use Shield Slam with a 3/4 Timberwolf. Then remove it. Play Grommash Hellscream if you have the mana. Activates a range by attacking to the 4/3 Hellmaster. End your turn. But I don't have the mana for that. I don't have the mana for that. The move deals with the immediate threat of taunt, clears a significant part of your opponent's board, and sets up a strong presence with Grom. I mean, see, I asked if ChatGPT knows how to play. I have. Chat, believe me, we have taken the steps to understand that ChatGPT understands how Hearthstone. Look, we asked it like Hearthstone rule summary. I don't know if it's gonna load. Please load. Help me prove my point. Hold on, it's cooking. You didn't tell how much mana it has in their thing. Oh, you're right. Okay. I have 8 mana. 8 mana. What would you do? Okay. No. Okay. No, come back. Play Karen Bloodhoof using your 6 mana. Okay. Hold on. Bro. Okay. It just has to see lethal. It just has to see it. Okay. You could do it. You could do it. It has to tell me to. It has to tell me. It has to tell me to play Grom. It has to tell me to play Grom. Dude. Chat. Believe. Okay. What would you do here? Just get lethal, please. Please just fucking hit their face. Tell me to play Grom or the Fiery War Axe, right? Is Fiery War Axe lethal? It has no. Oh my god. I don't know why it's trolling. What just happened? What would you do here? No. It was fucking around too much, dude. Oh my god. No. Oh. Do I try with ChatGPT? Okay, it's fine. We can go. We just don't use the image. Wait. What the fuck? It's like trolling my ass. Okay, it's fine. Okay, we just use this. Okay. Hello? We can do this. Hello. Hold on. Can I load this, please? No, dude, I'm getting griefed. Hold on. I gotta reload this. ChatGPT is trolling. It's like, what is going on, dude? Did it die? It died. Hello. I am trying to win a game as versus the normal Innkeeper. Normal Innkeeper. What's going on? Just please stop. Okay, they are at 7 health. My hand, okay, on board is two, three. Okay, on board is on. I just gotta describe this as clear as possible. On the enemy board, they have, hold on. They have raid leader. If you need help, I can make you a script link to Chachi before API that automatically gives you a screenshot and sends back a response. I might actually like utilize that because I might utilize that in the future, to be honest. If you wouldn't mind, Discord me or like DM me on Twitter. Leader and sorry and APIs unlimited too. Oh my god. I might actually use it in a Hound Master. Okay. I control a Karen Bloodhoof. I'm trying to win a game of Hearthstone. Karen Bloodhoof. I control a Karen Bloodhoof that has not attacked yet. In my hand, the things I'm doing for this. In my hand, I have a faceless manipulator. Alexstrasza. Grom Ash Hell Scream. Fiery War Axe. I have 9 mana. What would you do? I need... Okay. Hello, I'm trying to win a game of Hearthstone versus the normal Innkeeper. They are at 7 health. On the enemy board, they have a Raid Leader and a Hound Master. I control a Karen Bloodhoof that is not attacked yet. In my hand, I have a Faceless Manipulator, Alexstrasza, Gromash Hellscream, Fiery War Axe. I have 9 mana. What would you do? Especially here, I don't think it matters. I think it would understand. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what the hero is. Let me just read this. Hold on. In this scenario, you have a few options potentially with the game. Here's the possible sequence of plays to consider. Play Faceless Manipulator to copy your Karen Bloodhoof. This will give you another Karen Bloodhoof on the board. Use your Fiery War Axe to remove the Raid Leader from the enemy board. This will prevent your opponent's minion from getting a damage boost. With your remaining mana, you should have 7 mana left, by the way. Play Gromash Hellscream on the board. When it enters the battlefield, it will be enraged, giving it +6 attack, making it a 10-4 minion. With attack the enemy's Houndmaster with your original Karen Bloodhoof, 4/5, and one of the Karen Bloodhoof copies of 4/5, dealing a total of 8 damage and killing the Houndmaster. With your Gromash Hellscream, attack the enemy hero directly for 10 damage. The Gromash Hellscream will also enrage when it takes damage, but that's not relevant in this case. Finally, play Alexstrasza and target your opponent's hero, setting their health to 15 if they were above that threshold. Since they're at 7 health, using Alexstrasza will set them to 50. Oh my god. Okay. What could I don't know how I can make this more clear. Hello? I am trying to win a game from Hearthstone versus the normal Innkeeper. They are at 7 health. On the enemy board, they have a raid leader and a Houndmaster. Let me try Houndmaster. Neither of these have taunt. Neither of these have taunt. I have a I have control. Okay, hold on. My English is bad. I control a Karen Bloodhoof that I have not attacked yet. In my hand, I have Faceless Manipulator, Alexstrasza, Grom, Hellscream, and a Fireworks. I have 9 mana. What would you do? I am trying to win the game this turn with, yeah, okay, true. Okay. But it didn't matter. It understood it could attack with this. We'll try this. Your opponent will have to take 8 damage from your Karens, reducing their health from 7 to -1, and you win the game. No need to use Alex or Gromish Hellscream in this scenario. The sequence of actions will secure your victory this turn. You gotta tell ChatGPT the cost of the card. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't need that. It understands that. Look, watch. I'll show you. What is the mana cost of Gromash Hellscream in Hearthstone? See? Last knowledge up to January 2022. Cost of 8. Use ChatGPT 4, bro. I ran out. Like, it understands. It knows how to play Hearthstone. It knows how to play Hearthstone. Is it possible? Maybe I get lucky. Hold on. What would you do here? Should I use it without images? Hello? In my opinion, this turn looks quite easy. I really hope you don't miss lethal here. Do you really need ChatGPT to tell you how to win this turn? Okay, hold on. We can cook here. Okay, we can cook. Okay, what should I... Does not attacked yet. Maybe that information... Hold on. Maybe this information is trolling it. Okay. My turn just started. Okay. Maybe that helps it. Because then it thinks that maybe it doesn't have charge or something. Play Gromash Hellscream. Attack. Okay. Play Gromash Hellscream. Had a base attack of 4 and the range of 6 when damaged. So now it has 10 attack. Use your Fiery War Axe. How do you play? Okay, hold on. Gromash Hellscream cost 8 mana. What would you do? What would you do now? hold on. Let's try. Okay. I control the Karen Blood. In my hand, I have a 5 mana cost. Faceless Manipulator. 9 mana cost. Alex Straza. 8 mana cost. Grommash Hellscream. 2 mana cost. Fiery War Axe. I have 9 mana. What would you do? I am trying to win the game this turn. Come on! Play Fiery War Axe. 2 mana remaining. How, like, what are we doing here, bro? What? It's just, you could just hit. You gotta tell it also the whole point is reducing ammo to 0, not 1 or 0. I literally told it the cost. Okay, hold on. What if we do this? What if we can cook a little bit harder? What if I like put this all in quotations for it? Maybe at this point it'll be like, I don't think this is gonna matter, but maybe it understands it. Okay, I mean, I mean, it's not wrong. It's just not right either. But he's got the idea, right? Use your 2 mana Fiery War Axe to attack the enemy's Innkeeper face, dealing 3 damage, bringing the Innkeeper down to 4 health. Play your 5 cost Faceless Manipulator and target your Karen Bloodhoof with it. This will create an additional copy of a Karen on board. He's not wrong. Attack with both Karen and the copy Karen into the enemy's face. Do we count this as a win? If you keep trying until you get the result, you might as well not bother. Olaf, I'm just gonna time you up, bro. That was the stupidest message I've read today. Clarify the copy Rarran Karen. Okay, hold on, yeah, that's good. The copied Karen cannot attack. Not attack. Do you still want to do this play? Use your 2 mana. Dude, I can't with this guy. I don't understand it. You have, oh my God. Okay. Okay, what do we do here? Do we wait 2 hours for ChatGPT 5? Like, what do we do here? Do I buy it on a different account, ChatGPT 4, so we can win this game? Like, is that worth an extra $20? Like, is that the play? Like, what do we do? What's the next evolution here? Like, maybe that's what we do. Like, I think I need ChatGPT 4. For being AFK. You can't register anymore. You wasted $50 a lot of the times. I mean, I used it for content. One move on a legal loom should unlock the situation. Try any other AIs, maybe. No, but like, I feel like if I go to a different AI, it's cheating. Someone has a chat team for this guy. No, chat. I'm not gonna ask you guys for your account. I could just hold on. If you need help, I can make you a script link to chat TV when that gives you a screen. Dude, I would love that, man. I would love that. That sounds so. You gotta tell it the goal you want it to reduce the opponent to under 0, not higher than 1. Okay, sure. You know what? We can try that. So instead of saying I'm trying to win this game this turn, what'd you do? I'm trying to win this game. I'm trying to win the, I'm trying to put the Innkeeper's life at 0. Okay. Use your 2-mana War Axe. What the fuck? Attack the enemy Innkeeper with your Carrion Bloodhound. This will destroy the raid leader. Attack the enemy Innkeeper's Houndmaster with your Fiery War Axe, which will destroy the Houndmaster. Your Carrion Bloodhoof will summon it after dying, giving you an additional minion on board. Play the Fist Manipulator for 5 mana. Use it to copy your Carrion Bloodhoof. This will give you another Carrion Bloodhoof. Now that you have 3 minions on board, 2 Carrion Bloodhoofs and Bane Bloodhoof, play Grommash Outscream for 8 mana. Alright. Oh my god, this guy is lost. I can't, dude. Oh. Like, what are we doing here? Okay, how about we do this? Let's start a new chat. Get this guy out of my way. Okay. Please. All right, I have 9 mana. Let's do this. What is the first move you would make this turn? You got this, champ. No, fuck. I know. No, oh my god, kill me, man. Oh! Limit it to 10 words. Okay. Sure. I have 10 minutes. What is the first move you would make this turn and limit the answer to 10 words? Okay. I mean, it's not what we wanted. But it is something. It's not lethal, but it's something, right? I mean, at least we're progressing. Right? Okay. For honor. It's legal. Hold on. Okay. Again, it's not miss lethal yet. It's going for extended BM. Okay. I have done that play. What would you do next? Okay, he just has to listen. You just have to say, equip the Fiery War Axe and go face. I only have 4 mana left. So I cannot play Grommash Health Scream. What would you do? Oh my, okay. I'm not even gonna hear a part. I'm not even gonna ask it. Okay, surely he can't miss lethal now, right? Like, there's no fucking way. Please. Okay. The next turn. Okay. It is now my next turn. On the enemy board, we have a, what is this thing called? A pit lord? What is this thing called? A core hound. On the enemy board, they have a core hound and a hound master. Neither of these have taunt. My turn just started. I control 2 Karen Bloodhoofs. 2 Karen Bloodhoofs. In my hand, I have a 9 mana Alex Trogzor, an 8 mana Gromma's Hellscream, and a 2-cost Armor Smith. I have 10 mana. I'm also just gonna mention I have 10 mana. My opponent is at 2 life, 2 health. Oh, I have equipped axe. Yeah, true. Okay. Guys, I also have an equipped fiery war axe. I have 10 mana. My opponent is at 2 health. What is the first move you would make this turn and limit the answer to 10 words? Okay. It should just be, ladies and gentlemen, this is lethal. Everyone get ready. Your claps ready. Here we go. Attack with Karen Bloodhoof and then play Grommash Hellscream for lethal. I'm just going to ask it to clarify. What do I attack? Attack with my Karen Bloodhoof. Okay. We take those. That was extended BM by multiple turns. It's actually crazy. It actually blows my mind. It actually blows my mind. It took 2 days for it to win. That's actually so crazy. Tell me it didn't take a whole hour. It was the whole hour, dude. Chat, remember, if you guys say to yourself, wow, I'm really bad at Hearthstone, remember, now do ChatGPT versus other AI. I have another idea, which we will be doing later. All right, I have to see how well this video does first before I decide to do it. Now, also, if I get banned for this video, I think it was worth it. I think it was worth it if I get banned for this video. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you like and subscribe. All right, let me watch this clip.
Just say Hearthstone.
What is this? It's better be worth it.
Voice lines. Sorry, that's one of them for me. Just voice lines around the house, or when you're alone, or no?
Maybe in like the right.
Just say Hearthstone.
Wait, what?
Voice lines.
What is this? Rarran go. My laugh?
Just voice lines around the house. Or
Oh, okay. I mean, now I'm self-conscious. You should speak with Hearthstone developers and give you access to a mode where you can cheat so you can do ChatGPT illegal plays. They won't give me I would absolutely love if they gave me like a client where I could do whatever I want with it. I think it'd be so fun. One of the things I really wish I could do is like do 2-player modes where someone goes into Blackrock Mountain and then I am the boss. That's my dream. I think that'd be so fun. Like, can a pro player beat Blackrock Mountain if I am the boss? I think that'd be so fucking fun. But like, I don't think Hearthstone can do that, which makes me sad. Cause like, that would be really fun. Okay. David got a video for us, chat. We were going to watch this video together. 31 minutes, David. God damn. Ah, it's not the right one. Dave, where'd you upload the video? Okay, there it is. Okay, so David, what am I describing this as, just so I can tell chat? I'll also just introduce this video. David here? I don't know if David's still here. Hold on, chat. David's got a fun videos for us to watch. Yo, Hawkeye, what's up, dude? Chat, I hope you guys liked that. That was fun, right? I don't know if that was fun. I have no idea. I sometimes people's card rankings and reaction to cards through the years. Okay. Yeah. Okay, chat. Everyone pog for David real fast, because David pulled through. David pulled through. Let me be honest here. David's the GOAT. David is the GOAT by far. David, I'm gonna call you David for this video. Okay, my editor David went through back in Hearthstone's history and found clips of popular content creators. I'm assuming pro players are in this. That may not be true. Reacting to new cards at the time, and we're gonna see how they reacted to them. That's basically what it is. I'm sure this is gonna be more interesting than how I described it. We might have to change that intro and post, David, but we'll figure this out. I think you said bottom right, right? All right. Okay. Chat, let me know if this is loud enough.
The legendary that you get for the second wing, the second week,
is that loud enough?
Is
that loud enough for you, chat? Just for the record. Test. Good? Okay, let's watch this together.
The legendary that you get for the second wing, the second week, is, in my opinion, the best card released in all of the next set, and it's Loatheb. I honestly think this card will be in every single deck.
All right.
Okay, hold on a second.
Every single deck.
Okay, so at the time, Crip was absolutely right. Loatheb ended up being arguably the strongest card in like the first couple years of Hearthstone, because the card was literally in basically every single deck. He's absolutely right. Highlander, it was top end of aggro, it was in control, it was in mid-range. Loatheb was a very, very good card. And honestly, Loatheb's kind of, Crip's kind of goated here, because Loatheb is still played in Wild to this day. And I'm almost 100% certain if Loatheb was in Standard today, he would be one of the most played cards currently. He was insane. Really, really good card. Crip's actually insane. Oh my god.
All right, Loatheb. A lot of hype over this card, heralded in as the Miracle Killer. I have tended to be of the less enthusiastic person about this card, because
oh no.
I've more have said it was the Harrison Jones of spells. It's really good against spell-heavy decks. In a minion-heavy deck like Zoo, Loatheb's just a 5-mana 5/5, which isn't very good and constructed.
Dude, watching that in hindsight is so brutal. Oh my god. Okay, hold on. Let me watch that again. Oh, fuck. I hated watching that.
Decks in a minion-heavy deck like Zoo, Loatheb's just a 5-mana 5/5, which is
okay. So let me think about this. The best deck going into Nax Ramus was Zoo Warlock at the time. So Trump's philosophy ended up being that if you play Loatheb against a deck that's just going to play minions, it does nothing. Miracle Rogue was good. Yeah, Miracle Rogue is also good. If you play this against the corrector, Miracle Rogue is also good. But we all know that Loatheb ended up being a lot better than Crips. Oh my god, Crips go.
The first one I said is Undertaker. Undertaker is a pretty damn good 1-drop. The problem is that for 1/2 it dies to pretty much every 2-drop. So it's some potential, but not really too sure.
Oh my god, David, this is a sick. This video is gonna kill me at the end of it, man. Undertaker, for those of you who don't know, was probably the strongest card for a very long time. It was so good that games would end on turn 4 or 5, because if you played Undertaker on turn 1 as a hunter and your opponent could not answer the board immediately, like they couldn't answer the Undertaker, the game was over. The game was done. It was virtually over. Even if you ended up killing the Undertaker on turn 3, it was probably already done like 10 damage, and for 10 damage for a 1-drop was absolutely insane. They ended up nerfing Undertaker to whatever you summon a minion with Death Rattle gain +1 attack. And that fundamentally killed the card, because that means you could still answer it if you're like a board-centric deck. But dude, this card was...
Sure how far it'll go.
Undertaker. This is a really efficient minion. I think it's going to spawn a completely different type of Zoo, where you have Undertaker I think this could be one of the top cards of the future.
Dude, it's crazy that they're like the polar opposites. Wow. What the hell? Okay.
Webspinner. Oh man. Webspinner is unremarkable in the same way that Loot Hoarder and Novice Engineer are unremarkable. But just because a card is unremarkable doesn't mean it's like it's a cog in the engine. I think it warrants a spot in Hunter decks.
Trump is right. Webspinner was really good in the Undertaker deck as far as I remember, but I think it was like whatever. You usually would go like Undertaker coin Webspinner to protect it, or you would go Undertaker and then double Webspinner next turn and you play the Haunted Creeper. It was just nice to have an additional Death Rattle into your deck, but it ended up being good.
This is the Hunter card, Webspinner. Death Rattle, draw a random beast card. It's a piece of trash. And
Okay.
concludes all the next cards. Hope you guys enjoy it.
Darkbomb.
Do you guys think that Crip and Trump like got to a Discord call and went like, all right, I'm going to say this, you say the opposite?
This is the most exciting, boring card I've ever seen.
True.
This card might be a little too happy for a Warlock card. I'm not even sure why it's a Warlock card.
With Soulfire getting nerfed, I do
Hold on, what? Oh.
This is the most exciting, boring card I've ever seen.
Okay, so I'm guessing that he thought that it was going to be played, but it just wasn't very exciting, which is probably a good way of describing it.
This card might be a little too happy for a Warlock card. I'm not even sure why it's a Warlock card.
With Soulfire getting nerfed, I do see players perhaps playing this card instead. A little bit suboptimal compared to Mage cards, so I don't know, maybe we'll see some kind of...
Okay, so Crip was describing that... sorry. Crip was describing that Soulfire ended up getting nerfed. Soulfire, for those of you who don't remember, used to cost 0 mana, which was very good. So it got nerfed to 1. It ended up being still good. It was still played for a very long time. I believe it was actually just played forever until it finally rotated or got kicked out of the core set. I don't remember what happened first. And then Darkbomb was introduced. Darkbomb is literally Frostbolt without the fact that it can freeze, and they gave it to Warlock. This card ended up being very good in a lot of different Warlock decks. It was burned for Zoo Warlock, even though Soulfire was still considered better. But it ended up being very good in a Malagos type deck as well. But it ended up also just being really good in Handlock. Like, this card was just... I think Trump really described it perfectly right there. The most exciting but boring card Warlock has got.
Spell Warlock deck.
But overall, I think this card is kind of weak. It doesn't do anything. Like, just, nah, I'm not really crazy about this card.
You might look at this
Wow,
card and be
Moz.
like, wow, this card is so much worse than Frostbolt. This card is so much worse than Wrath. The thing that makes this so exciting is it's for Warlock. So whereas before you had Demon Fire, now you have a Warlock card that deals 3 damage. Incredible.
Now we have the Mage Legendary. A little bit disappointing to see such a bad card for Mage, but hey, at least it's better than Bolvar.
I don't think it'll be
What was Bolvar again? It was 5 mana, 1/7 Divine Shield. Was that what that card was? No, that card was pretty bad. I think he was right. I think he was right. It's better than Bolvar in this state.
consistent enough to warrant play, but it's very fascinating.
This is actually really weird. I don't know what to think about this. I don't know. I don't know about this card.
Next card up is
Wait, it's actually really interesting that all of them were like, I'm not sure about this card. Fun fact for you, for those of you who don't know. I have to show you guys because I think it's very funny. They actually ended up updating the card with like the core set and or not the core set, with the Caverns of Time expansion. Now it does this. I still think it's unplayed, but there you go. Thanks, Blizzard. Really poggers.
a pirate. One-eyed cheat. If you have a pirate rogue deck, this is a pretty good card, I feel. 4/1 survives against some guys, and if you can stealth them up and you can attack and stealth them up again, maybe you can do some cool stuff. I don't know.
Anti-healbot. Oh, this is...
I could be wrong. I don't really remember what that card said or what that card did really do. Like, oh, sorry, that wasn't a good sentence. That card was bad, right? That card ended up being very bad because Rogue didn't have a good pirate deck at the time, and you're not playing a 2-mana 4/1. A 4/1, 1 health for a 2-mana card is absolutely horrific. So I guess that Crypt's like, if Pirate Rogue existed, it would be a good deck, or a good card. I don't even know if it was playable in Arena, dude.
This is the cutest picture ever. Look at this. This is a heart. Look at that. Don't play this guy. It's so bad. 3/3
You know, wait, he just said this is so bad.
body, restore 8 health. Like you're healing, you're touching yourself. 5 mana. Don't play this card. Mimron said is
Okay, hold on. I don't know if there's more clips about Anti-healbot. For those of you who don't know, Anti-healbot was one of the best cards to come for mid-range-esque and slower decks. Even though a 5-minute 3/3 stat line wasn't very good at the time, it was horrific, to be honest with you. Restoring 8 health to your hero in a format that didn't have a ton of heal, and this was a neutral minion, it ended up being a pretty much an auto-include if you're playing a slower deck. It was very good.
That don't play this guy, so bad. 3/3 body, restore 8 health. Like you're healing, you're touching yourself. 5 mana. Don't play this card. Mimron's head is actually it's actually quite good because it
Dude, what are these?
has a very good body. I think it's a staple in all mech decks.
This card's like
No
totally...
shot, dude. He just said it's a staple in all mech decks. Oh, that's tough. Okay, so it's even funnier that this card, because Ben Bro came out later and he pretty much described that there's a card in the game that it's very bad currently, and it's considered like the worst card in the game. It wasn't confirmed, but it was like this card was basically the worst card in standard. Like you actually made your deck worse by playing it. We actually did a whole video on that. I don't remember what it's called. David, I'll try to find it for the YouTube video. I don't remember what it's called, but we actually did a whole video trying to make Mimron's head work, and it was bad.
It has a very good body. I think it's a staple in all mech decks.
This card's like totally crazy. So all you gotta do is fill up a shaman board with 6 other random creatures and totems and garbage, and
We just take a moment and appreciate Twitch chat right here, dude. Holy moly.
play this, and then you bloodlust, and then it's pretty much game over.
Very good card. Okay, I would play this in Zoo. I would play this. This is insane. Wind Fear is crazy in Zoo. Divine Shield is the best in Zoo. So 2 in Zoo. Done. Boom.
Enhanso Mechano is one of those cards which is really good when you're ahead and really bad when you're behind. And like I explained with Matter Bomber, that is the type of card which is not as good.
Then we have...
Okay, so Enhancer Mechanic ended up being a card that saw some play. It didn't see no play. It was okay in Arena as far as I'm concerned, but Trump's take was actually perfectly accurate of that card. When you're ahead, this card is very good. When you're behind, it is absolutely useless. And Trump saw that. Very well done. But it ended up being, I want to say okay. It wasn't horrible. People did play it.
And really bad when you're behind. And like I explained,
the video is called The Worst Card in Hearthstone.
That is the type of card which is not as good.
Then we have Implosion or Implosion.
Okay, before we do this, before we even hear what they have to say here, guys, this is by far one of my least favorite cards that has ever existed, and it still haunts me to this day how much I hate this card. I am praying, David, you put the Raynad review in here. I don't know if you reviewed this.
1/1 imps are very difficult to actually make too much use out of them. I don't know. There have to be better cards that you can pick from.
I don't blame Crib for saying that. I don't blame him for saying that. You know, we've never really had a card like this. This card ended up being an auto-include in any Zoo-S type Warlock deck. It turned out that even dealing damage to a minion and summoning minions behind it was good. It was even better when you had a Knife Juggler on board. Raynad wasn't reviewing at the time. Fuck! This card, I hate this card, though.
You can pick from.
This is one of the best Warlock cards at the time.
This card is beautiful. Look at this guy. 5 mana 6/6 that you can't interact with. Trades 2 for 1, most likely. Love it. It's just amazing.
Dr. Boom. This card.
Oh no. Okay, hold on. Quick highlight here. Absolutely unplayable, I think, in standard. I'm trying to remember if any deck tried it, and I think it turned out to be just horrific. The thing about Rogue was Rogue just wanted to play Miracle Rogue, like with Edwin Van Cleef and Leroy. So like, what was Ogre Ninja doing? I don't know. This card didn't see play. Maybe in Arena. I think Arena was probably goated, right? But yeah, it saw no play in standard. I have to admit, by the way, I think that most of these reviews are catered towards the standard format. I'm not sure if any of them really considered it for Arena.
Amazing.
Dr. Boom.
This card's really good in Arena. In Constructed, though, there are going to be better late game legendaries than Dr. Boom, and I wouldn't anticipate seeing much of Dr. Boom in Constructed.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. But this guy looks like Dr. Doom, so this is like a pretty cool Marvel card. I like that.
This is also an insane card. Like 7 drops have been so good in GVG now. Like, 7/7 with 2 1/1s that also deal damage with it. It's crazy. If you can play this on like a dry board, like an empty board, it's awesome.
And then my favorite card.
Bro, Amaz went from just absolutely trolling to being the prophet of our generation, to be honest.
Like 7/7 with 2 1/1s that also deal damage with
Holy
it. It's
Amaz.
crazy. If you can play this on like a dry board, like an empty board, it's
Wow, it's
And
so
then my
crazy.
favorite card of Goblin vs. Gnomes, the last one.
Troggzor!
This card is insane. Like, this card is insane. The normal case is that they use a spell and kill this. You get a 3/5. You know the Burly Rockjaw is the 3/5, yeah?
If you get more than one, this card just gets completely out of control.
Like, imagine you're up against a warrior control deck, and they're like, oh, the only way I can get rid of this is slam execute. And then they slam Troggzor, and then they execute Troggzor, and you have 2 3/5s. No, actually, then you have a 5/5 and a 3/5.
Like, this is just crazy. Let me tell you, okay? I like this. I love this card.
You play Loatheb to kind of like deny the spells, and then the following turn you play like Troggzor, maybe with a coin.
It's
perhaps.
It's like watching a car accident about to unfold, but you can't look away, dude.
Make it so you punish the spells again.
People have to cast spells. You have to cast spells, okay?
Oh, it's also worth mentioning that the 7 slot is really open right now. So that it costs 7 is so good because there's no cards competing for it.
This card's going to have some hilarious games.
And yet, it is kind of like Plugger in the sense that if you're tied or you're ahead, it's really good, but if you're behind, it's quite bad.
Okay, fair enough.
Emperor
All right, before we get to Reynaldo here, this card, I want to say in Hearthstone's history, might be the most overhyped card in all of Hearthstone. I don't know if that's 100% true. I have to get my memory jogged a little bit about what we're reviewing here. But this was like presented as this card is going to absolutely tear your ass up if it gets played. Most of the thought process, which I believe Crip said, maybe it was Trump, or I don't know, maybe it was definitely one of them. They said that your opponent has to play spells to answer this. But there was never really a thought process of like, if you're ahead on board with minions and then your opponent plays this, you could just trade into it. And that ended up making Troggzor unplayable. I don't think I saw this card get played other than the very first day, because people were trying it out. It turned out that on average, this card doesn't do anything. Dr. Boom was significantly better, and it ended up being that this card sucked, and Dr. Boom was the absolute Dr. 7 that it ended up being.
Really open right now.
That's
so
hilarious.
that it costs 7 is so good because there's no cards competing for it.
This card's going to
Okay.
go or
I can't wait to hear
In the sense
Reynad's
that,
take on this.
If you're
Okay, now we get
tied
Raynad in
or
the-
you're ahead,
David,
it's
this is
really
great,
good,
by the
but
way,
if you're
dude. Thanks for doing
behind, it's
this.
quite bad.
Emperor Thaurissan.
Emperor.
I was waiting for the review.
Thaurissan, or I thought it was.
I'm laughing, but you guys all know that I suck at pronouncing too, but I'm gonna be like you guys and just laugh at this while I can.
Or I don't know. Fuck it.
Emperor Thaurissan. This card might be the most insane card in the set. Your must-have, if you will.
Majordomo Executus, which is a very
Wait, what?
interesting card. It's
That was it, David.
fuck it.
Emperor Thaurissan. This card might be the most insane card in the set. Your
No, power cord. Thank you for this up. Emperor Thaurissan was very good. It's still, I don't know if it's played in wild. There might be just better mana cheating going on anyways. But Emperor Thaurissan at 6 mana 5/5 during its time was phenomenal. And I think a lot of people saw this. Okay, yeah, they all pretty much agree with Trump. Okay, so it ended up being like, no matter what situation you wanted to, whatever deck you want to play this in, besides maybe aggro, this card was just good because if you're discounting like at least one card, it's fine. Because a 5 mana 5/5 was like basically the standard for a 5-drop at the time. So if this card discounted one card, you're happy, but often it would discount a lot more because you're putting this into a deck that you could, discount your whole hand, etc. Also, fundamental to Grim Patron Warrior because it allowed you to combo your opponent out of your mind at the time. This also set up Malygos decks because you could discount Malygos and or spells. Just absolutely one of the best cards they printed during the early days of Hearthstone. Again, I'm not sure if it still sees play in Wild today, but I'm sure it's considered.
Must have, if you will.
Majordomo Executus, which is a very interesting card. It's 9 mana for a 9/7, which basically makes it terrible because it costs 9 mana, and anything that costs 9 mana is generally terrible unless it wins you the game. And actually, this guy can do the opposite.
Hot garbage.
Oh, crap.
Costs 9 mana, and anything that costs 9 mana is generally terrible unless it wins you the game. And actually, this guy can do the opposite.
Hot garbage. You give me against Big Game Hunter, even if it doesn't, you're paying 9 mana for a War Golem.
But Death Rattle, that's where it's at. You replace your hero with Ragnaros the Fire Lord.
We're gonna be Ragnaros, guys! I'm definitely gonna play it because it's gonna be awesome, cool, but 8 health is not a lot to play with.
Now, there are a lot of cards.
To be fair, all of them pretty much got on the money, but you have to give Hearthstone credit because at the time when this card was released, it was very exciting, right? We've never really seen a card that said turn into Ragnaros. Dude, that's awesome. Like, that's so cool because the only real hero card in the game is Lord Jaraxxus. So this is great. Like, that's really well done. Everyone was excited for it. If you're a content creator, you're so excited for this.
Cards that people want to say is like the best card when a set's released. In GVG, a lot of people would say that Dr. Boom was the best in their opinion. I think that Quickshot is actually the best card because I don't think there's any neutral in this set that is going to be played in 100% of decks, whereas I think Quickshot will be played in 100% of Hunter decks.
Hooray.
Wait, he's actually a genius. Holy crap, right? That's
Hooray,
smart.
being a hunter and then playing all your cards and then getting a benefit.
It's basically Darkbomb, except better. Because we all know hunters needed more direct damage and
True.
more card draw to draw more direct damage to come up with more bullshit kills.
Uh-oh! A card for Face Hunter! I think this is a very good Face Hunter card as well. There you go. Face Hunters, you're pretty happy with this card.
I imagine if you're...
Yeah, Quick Shot ended up being very good. It already like one of the best cards at Hunter because you would you would actually just empty your hand so fast that Quick Shot just ended up drawing you an extra card. So you're paying 2 mana to deal 3 damage to your opponent's face and draw a card to follow up. Really, really good. Was it the best card of Blackrock Mountain? Honestly, in hindsight, it might have, but I think Emperor Thaurissan ended up being pretty impactful too. There's also, which we might see later, Flamewaker. That's the other time. That's the other time.
If you're running a rogue card with a lot of draw, it'd be pretty decent. I imagine if you're running some kind of like turtle rogue, I'd imagine it'd be extremely powerful because you can imagine a case where you're playing a control deck.
I thought Rogue would be the best class on release, even though it got this card Gang Up, which is complete and utter shit, completely unplayable. I think this card's terrible. We'll never see play for any reason. Let's move on to the other guy.
So you can beat up just about any control deck. So
Grim Patron, that's...
Oh, David. All right. What card was that? Sorry, I was too busy listening. Gang Up actually made Mill Rogue a real archetype. Before that, you basically play Cold Light Oracle. Cold Light Oracle would draw 2 cards for you and your opponent. And because you got Gang Up, you can Gang Up twice for your Cold Light Oracles or a different card. You would Shadow Step your Cold Light Oracle. So basically, you could just deck your opponent super quickly, and you would still have cards in your deck, and then they would die to fatigue. That was actually a real win condition in Hearthstone for a little bit there. But if you ask people, did they like playing against it? Most people would say no.
On to the other guy.
So you can beat up just about any control deck. So
Grim Patron, that's a pretty exciting card when you first look at it. I question its viability, but it's certainly going to be tried out.
This is a card that's also really tough to evaluate. There's lots of those in this set. It's a pretty like cheap win condition. I mean, if you just like play it, Taskmaster it, hit something. I mean, I could see this easily getting out of hand very quickly.
Holy moly,
I feel like it's a little bit too techy. It's kind of hard to really pull off. Yeah, I mean, if they have a 2-attack minion, which are probably not very common, yeah, I guess it can get a little bit out of control. I believe this card synergizes perfectly with the bombers. And I'm not joking, okay?
Someone cooked here.
This card belongs in like a gimmick deck. It's kind of like a win condition because it's very expensive. I still don't see this being played a lot, except in very, very tight decks.
Okay, so looks like it's a bot minion. I can only see it being used like in decks like these Elven Archers. Nah, not impressed with this card.
Mage rare, 3 mana, 2,
Holy
4.
moly, Kalento, my god. It's funny too because Kalento ended up being one of the best pilots of Grim Patron. Obviously, if you guys didn't know, Grim Patron ended up being the most powerful archetype for a brief period of time there. It was so good that the Hearthstone team preemptively nerfed it before the grand tournament or sometime around there because the deck would just absolutely beat any other deck if you understood how to play it properly. I think during this time, Grim Patron probably was the most iconic deck ever and got the most iconic nerf ever with Warsong Commander getting your charge minions have +1 attack before Reno was introduced. But this was, I want to say, I could be wrong here. People will probably agree with me. This was the most fun to watch Hearthstone played at the highest level. Watching people play Grim Patron Warrior was an absolute delight, and I kind of really miss it because combo decks currently don't feel like they are as spectacular or cinematic as what Grim Patron was. And if you were watching it during this time, like you could hear the voice line in your head for a while. It's really cool. Life Coach wasn't here for this, but like for the review, but watching Life Coach play this game and try to think like 8 turns ahead was spectacular. I love it. I love it.
I only see it being used like in decks like these Elven Archers.
I miss it.
Nah, not impressed with this card.
Mage rare, 3 mana, 2, 4. I don't think the missiles are good enough. Like off the top, I don't think it's gonna be played. The combo costs too much and a 3 mana for just a 2/4. With this, it's a nice bonus, but I don't think it's quite good enough.
So the dragon, we got the hungry dragon. It's 4 for a
Wait, what? Oh, Trump. This card was very good. It fit into Tempo Mage. It also fit into like a combo-oriented mage deck. Flamewaker was a card that I would consider has pseudo taunt, where like if you don't kill this card ASAP, you probably just lose the game. This was you have to kill the card. You have to kill the card. It was a defining minion in mage decks for a very long time. It was very
I don't think it's gonna be played. The combo
spare
costs
parts,
too much
yeah, with
and
Max,
a
yeah,
3
you're
mana
right.
for just a 2/4. With this, it's a
card.
nice bonus, but I don't think it's quite good enough.
So the dragon, we got the hungry dragon. It's 4 for a 5/6, which is basically as good as any other 4-drop in terms of stats, and it has the battle cry to summon a random 1-cost minion for your opponent. So, and the battle cry, it might seem negative, but as with most things in Hearthstone, things that look negative are often positive. In fact, very positive. In fact, really, really, really positive in some cases. So what do I mean?
Before we continue here, can someone give me an example of a card that looks really negative but it ended up being very positive? I can't think of a single one off the top of my head. Before I let Krip continue, I'm trying to think of one. If anyone has any suggestion, I'll give you guys 10 seconds. Dirty Rat? I guess, okay, fair enough. There was a lot of cards that people thought were going to be really bad and they ended up being good. Okay, fair enough.
Well, let's say you have played a Raging Worgen on turn 3 and you need to enrage him. Well, what you can do is on turn 4, you can play this guy, then enrage your Worgen, then proceed to own your opponent's face or kill another minion. So you can use it in enrage mechanics, and also one thing I used to do, I used to play like Leroy just because it spawned minions for my opponent, so I could combo him with mind control tech, because a lot of people in Arena actually play around mind control tech, and it it's just kind of hard for some classes to actually play at 4 minions. So this card helps that. It just puts crap on the board on their side. So if they have like 3 creatures, well, it's Hungry Dragon, Mind Control Tech combo time. So it makes that card much more play. And again, just because people usually gravitate towards aggressive decks, making it so you could use him against control decks with this card combo makes it absolutely incredible. Oh, and it's a dragon. So it's really good at that, because it probably needs a lot of dragons for your dragon synergy. So probably a lot of people are going to play this card. Yeah, this is really broken.
Hungry Dragon. This
Oh, there's
card
more.
has gotten a lot of hype. So we established a 4-mana 4/5 isn't that great in constructed. A 4-mana 5/5 would be incredible. And this is a 4-mana.
Okay, hold on. Was Yeti played at this time? Blackrock Mountain was at this time we had Piloted Shredder took over Yeti. So Pilot Shredder was just a better card than Yeti at the time, so Yeti wasn't playing.
5/6. This is a great card. This one does require a little bit of playing around.
Hungry Dragon, though, on the other hand, I like this card because it's a very fat body. Now, people compare it to like Pit Lord, yeah, because it's a 4-mana 5/6 as well. But like summoning a 1-cost minion for opponent can be kind of exploited.
Like, it's not enough to add Piloted Shredder. Let's add another minion which will be like decent, playable, and still get dragons, so it will be good for dragon synergy decks. But let's make it random based. Everyone likes random, right?
It was one of the
Hold on. Read the comments on the Facebook page. I, for one, welcome our new standard 4-drop. Not only is its stats is good, it can also drop from a 6-mana Shredder. I don't know why people say it's a bad card. It's going to replace the Yetis, and majority of 1-drops are useless and have a single health. Cannot wait to see a trolling clip of some guy losing to a summoned Dust Devil on turn 5. Broken card. Should have made it a random 2-cost minion to make it more balanced. Oh my god.
For opponent can be kind of exploited.
Like, it's not enough to add good for dragon.
first card spoiled, and it was probably the one that people were the most excited for. And this is a card that's it looks so good because it is when it's good, obviously. I don't expect us to see as much play as Piloted Shredder. I'm just going to start off with that. I think Piloted Shredder is insane. I still think it's the best 4-drop in the game. But Hungry Dragon is a dragon, and it's just like good on its own. This is just insane for a tempo deck. You get a 4-mana 5/6. The drawback is negligible. You could have Backstab instead. Very good card for Rogue. I can't stress that enough.
The last card on the list was a legendary.
Oh god, Raynon was so close, and then he just dropped the ball so fast there. Hungry Dragon saw no play. Maybe it was tested the first couple days, and then people were like, why are we playing this when Piloted Shredder exists? Yeah, it kind of died. In Arena, it might have saw him play. I wasn't really playing Arena at the time, but I'm sure in Arena was good because of 4-mana 5/6 was just a good stat line. In Arena, it was also a dragon. Yeah. It's crazy. I actually don't remember people being so high up on Hungry Dragon.
Very good card for Rogue. I can't stress that.
Good card for Rogue. Was this card played in Rogue? Why is this card good in Rogue? What was he cooking with Rogue? Hero power? Backstab.
Enough.
The last card on the list was a legendary.
He mentioned the backstab. Even after hearing the backstab, I was still like, how is this good for Rogue? But that's hindsight, right? Sure.
Legendary. Kind of cool. He basically killed legendaries. But again, if a lot of people are playing aggressive decks where they don't have legendaries, this card is absolute trash.
Welcome to Hemet Nesingwary version 2. Even if you didn't have the necessity to hold a dragon, it would still be bad. It's basically BGH, except it costs 4 more mana. The 4 health is crippling. It even has the attack value, which can get BGH'd. I'm sorry, Random Blackhand. You deserves better.
Red Blackhand, I think in a dragon deck it will make sense to play this. Like it's a fatter BGH, I guess. It's a very specific meta specific card.
Then we can get.
Hold on, before we continue, let me read these. Dr. Boom replaced all 7-drops cards, including this. Nerf Dr. Boom or buff this guy to 6 health. This Darko knew what he was talking about. Darko was actually cooking with that one. If you want a card to destroy legendaries, you'll want Big Game Hunter. True. Just fix Hemet to kill dragons and beast. Also true. Worse than Hemet? Hemet was what? Destroy a beast? I mean, they kind of do different things, but Max, you're probably not wrong. Can kill itself. LOL. 4 health. What a chump. Yo, Iton Tim's? Thanks for subbing, bro. Welcome back. I appreciate it.
I guess. It's a very specific meta specific card.
Then we can get to this guy. He's bad. Moving on, we got the Mistcaller. Not just a Mistcaller, this is the Mistcaller. I have no idea how to evaluate this card. My impression is that it's very good. but until I actually see how big of a difference those stat boosts make, it's tough for me to evaluate how good it is.
The Mistcaller, Shaman Legendary. People went absolutely crazy when this card was announced on stream. This card I think is pretty good, but I think some people really expect too much of this card. They're like, whoa, this card is going to break the game. Not really. It's not going to do that. I mean, there's a reason people don't play Sword of Justice, because it kind of sucks. We know the game is going to slow down, but it needs to slow down a whole lot for this card to be really good.
Crip was
Pretty strong effect.
Dude,
Now-
Crip actually was really spot on. So was Reyna, to be fair. Reyna said the effect looked really good, but he has to play with it. The Mistcaller kind of sucked ass. The problem with Mistcaller is it's 6 mana for a 4/4 for +1/+1, and you may not even draw this on turn 6. So putting it into your deck was basically like you're throwing up. Absolutely, I wouldn't say useless, but it didn't really see any play. I can't remember. I think it didn't see any play. Maybe it was played in like Highlander Shaman when Reno finally came out, but I mean, the thing is, this is an interesting balance thing, because if you make this card like 3 mana and you get it on play on 3 mana, this card's insane. Which we saw how good this effect could actually be on a 2-drop with Prince Kaliseth and Knights of the Frozen Throne. Which it'll be very curious to see how people rated Kaliseth, because I actually don't remember. But yeah, this card kind of sucked. Just not great.
Down, but it needs to slow down a whole lot for this card to be really good.
That's a pretty strong effect. Now, the thing is, there's no deck currently out there which focuses so much on targeting minions with spells. And it's definitely built with the meaning to be competitive, because the stats are good and the ability is strong. We'll see.
I hate this mechanic, honestly. The cards are good, but man, the second they make an untargetable version of this shit, I'm done playing the game, period. Like, hexproof is the stupidest fucking R&D design decision ever. I hate the mechanic of buffing minions and being rewarded for it. It upsets me in a lot of ways. But moving on past that whole thing, is the card good? Yeah, both of them are pretty strong.
So if you do have decks that are running buffs, or you have decks that just have a lot of targeting stuff, these cards are going to be pretty good. So overall, these are Adis, and I'll just show you guys the next one, Fiola Lightbane. These are probably the most playable cards in the TGT expansion that we've seen so far, actually. Argent Watchman.
Okay, hold on. I can't wait to see the reviews of this. Wow, this is a crazy video. Whew, God, there's a lot here. Okay, so Reynad was talking about more about the design of this card, which I don't really have any thought process. I'm not someone who is gonna say that the design is bad, etc. Implosion, face value, just horrible card. I didn't think this was that bad to play against. I thought it was fine, but maybe I'm just wrong. But I don't think this card either one of these cards saw a ton of play during TGT. And I'm pretty sure as more sets were introduced, they still didn't really see a ton of play. The only real class that had potential with this was like Paladin, and Paladin did better stuff than both of these legendaries, I believe. The real issue with these cards were like, you have to save your buffs for this card. And if you didn't save your buffs for these cards were just 3 mana 3/4s. So it was kind of awkward. It ended up, I'm pretty sure they didn't see play, but I honestly can't remember for the life of me. I just see play some Wild now. Okay. Well, I mean, other cards probably made her good then, right? Mana cheating is important.
Mana 2/4. Extreme stats, but you can't attack unless you play your hero power. Wow.
It's bad, but it's not like the absolute worst, and I feel like there's a lot of value in just threatening those stats that's not seen immediately. And if you're just never hero powering, does it kind of have taunt? I mean, is your opponent just going to let it live and threaten all his little minions, or is he going to kill it? I think he's going to kill it most of the time.
How is this card 7 mana again?
What?
Play your hero power. Wow.
It's bad.
Yo, what was Reynad thinking here, bro? What? What? This card sucked ass. This card, it virtually looks like a 4-mana 2/4. Use your hero power, and this can attack. Yeah, really bad. Really bad.
Most of the time.
How is this card 7 mana again? So it's like a 2-piece Deathwing that doesn't discard your hand, and you get to keep. Am I reading into this correctly? Okay, it fucking sucks.
It's alright.
So this is my kind of like sleeper pick. I guess it's like my wild card, my pick for maybe number 11.
Okay, hold on before we get here. Acidmaw at the time was one of the worst cards printed for TGT. Saw literally 0 play. The only time you would see this card actually getting played was because of the Sneed's card summoning this card. I can't think of any other moment this card saw play. Now, the thought process was that if you play Acidmaw and Dreadscale on the same turn, it would full clear the board. But let's just say that wasn't very good. Now, funny enough, they actually buffed, just like Flame Leviathan, they buffed Acidmaw. And Acidmaw ended up being this card right here, a 3-mana 4/2. And it only affects enemies, and it might see play. Might see play. I'm not really sure in Wild. I don't really play Wild, but I can tell you right now in Standard, this card didn't see any play. I'm pretty sure.
Reading into this correctly? Okay, it fucking sucks.
It's alright.
So this is my kind of like sleeper pick. I guess it's like my wild card, my pick for maybe number 11. I'm a little bit, it's like a high variance card. So talking about a little bit about this card, I feel like this card has like a lot of potential to be something like another Dr. Boom for Paladin. So I could see maybe running like one of each secret other than Eye for an Eye with this, or maybe like 2 of one and 1 of 2 others, something like that. This is kind of my sleeper pick. It might go up like as a potential to be like a top 5 card. Or
holy moly, Strifeco is
not really used.
On the money.
It's hard to say how good
Basically.
this will be because Paladin secrets are notoriously shitty. But you bet your ass, I'm going to play 2 of these guys. I'm going to have 2 of every Paladin secret in the game in my deck. And I'm going to do my best to survive, play this guy, and see what happens. I expect the result to be pretty good. I expect some people will also try this plan. But I don't expect people will eventually run this type of deck because, well, this guy costs a lot of mana. But it's really cool.
Wait. What the fuck? All the secrets equipped at once? Am I reading this correctly? Yeah, this is a Mad Scientist threesome right there. Here we go, Mad Scientist threesome. That's what we're gonna call this card. And that's not something I would want to watch.
Put one of each secret from your deck into the battlefield. I feel like this card is pretty bad. I mean, well, man, that's tough to say. Stats on that kind of card are something you would put into a control
Wait, can we
deck,
just take a
but
moment? Reno, what is he wearing, bro? What's this shirt? Is he wearing jeans on his t-shirt?
You don't want to play those Paladin secrets in a control deck, so I don't think Mysterious Challenger will be played at all.
This is a very good example of card.
Wow, that's actually wild. Thaurissan was almost there.
But
this card, okay, what do you want me to say here, dude? This card was fucking insane, right? This card was I mean, TGT was a pretty low power level expansion. Mysterious Challenger after before Grim Patron was the deck. Grim Patron was nerfed. This card was probably the best deck in the game. Mysterious Challenger. You go turn 1 minion with Paladin into turn 2 shielded minibot into turn 3 muster for battle, turn 4 Paladin Shredder, turn 5 Loatheb, Mysterious Challenger, Dr. Boom. That's all you had to do, and you would win games. This card was insane.
You don't want to play
it like
those.
sealed the deal. And even though like Secrets and Paladin at the time were not bad, Noble Sacrifice into Redemption into Noble Sacrifice into Redemption into Avenge was a good enough combo that the card, even if you played it on an empty board, was fine.
Paladin secrets in a control deck, so I don't think Mysterious Challenger will be played at all.
This is a very good example of cards that seem overpowered, but then when you actually play with them, you quickly realize they actually kind of suck. They suck really bad. I think this is that.
I like it. I like it. Even though it fucks Freeze Mage over, I like it. It's
Pastor 31 here, goated. Trump is an angel, a goddess of love. Amen.
like it's good for the meta that I want. I don't want this fucking smork meta.
Wrathguard.
Both Ram Shields ended up being really bad. The problem with both Ram Shield is that if your opponent played this on turn 6 and you had minions on board, you just hit their face and your opponent, I guess you healed 9, but shield or what's that card? Not shield mini bot. Anti-healbot was already in the game. This card did see play when the Jailer came out. I missed that combination. Jailer was nerfed. F and chat for Jailer, but at the time, horrible. Ecor disagrees. Okay, I mean, he did fucking cloud my ass in the expansion series with it. Fair enough.
Really bad. I think this is that.
I like it. I like it.
Of using life as I'm like, yeah.
The meta that I want. I don't want this fucking smork meta.
Wrathguard. 2 mana, 4/3. Man, I look at the stats and I'm like, yes. 2 mana, 4/3. Those people who are shy about damage because they don't understand the concept of using life as a resource will be like, oh, I'm too scared to use this card. No. They might be the same people who think that Flame Imp is not so good. But turns out that Flame Imp is a great card. And Wrathguard, similarly, is also a great card.
It doesn't seem overpowered enough.
Oh god, that one's interesting. I can see where Trump was coming from. I could see it because he's right. Like Flame Imp for a lot of people were like, why is this card good? I'm dealing 3 damage myself to summon a 3/2. But the reason why Flame Imp was so good was that that was a one-time effect and you got to play it on turn 1. The problem with Wrathguard is that wasn't a static 3 damage. It's whatever damage this minion took, you actually took to your face. So that means if this got traded in with 8 attack, you just fucking took it. Right? There were so many different ways of handling this card that could actually be so much worse than taking 3 damage statically. Also, this is probably an underrated thing, and I'm surprised Trump didn't really say this, is I think if this card was a 3/4, it actually would have been so much better. The problem with it being a 2 mana 4/3 is that 2 drops traded into this anyways. If it was a 3/4, I think it could have cooked.
Might be the same people who
but it might be
think
too good
that
at
Flame
3/4.
Imp is not so good. But turns out that Flame Imp is a great card. And Wrathguard, similarly, is also a great card.
It doesn't seem overpowered enough to really fit into a constructed metagame, but it's not bad either.
Alright. Next we have Gormok the Impaler.
Wait, was that the review?
It's not bad either.
Alright. Next we have Gormok.
Oh my god, Reno. Flame Juggler was good. It was actually played. I mean, it's a 2 mana 2/3. The thing about it was that RNG that early in the game could actually snowball pretty hard. So if you ended up hitting like a 2/1 or a 1 health minion, it did actually end up mattering. And this card was played. I don't think it was like a broken card necessarily, but that 1 damage would matter in the early game if it hit the right target. And I think that's why Raynad reacted like this, because that level of RNG kind of deciding a game felt really bad to play against.
All right. Next we have Gormok the Impaler.
Right.
This is a card I'm pretty excited about. Back in the closed beta of Hearthstone, one of my favorite decks to tune was Token Druid, and I actually played a lot of different token decks. I played Token Shaman. The point is, there are a lot of token effects now that are really strong. You can do this in Paladin, where you can use a hero power to make dudes. You have Muster, and it's nuts. You can use it in Zoo with Implosion and Haunted Creeper, and it's nuts. You can use it in Shaman with the new Tusker Totemic, Feral Spirits, just a Haunted Creeper there too. It's a really powerful card, honestly. This might see a ton of play.
I can't remember the last time that I could reliably get 4 minions on the field. It's impossible. Card is trash. But interesting. But trash.
Alright, going to number 10.
Okay. Gormok the Impaler was really Raynad was hyping the card up quite a bit. This card ended up being pretty fringe The issue was exactly what Trump said. If it's pretty difficult to actually get four other minions on the board to get 4 damage. It did see play in a very small selection of, like, I think maybe Zoo Warlock for reach. I'm not really sure. I can't remember. I know it saw play like a little bit, but it was very fringe. It wasn't unplayable. It just wasn't worth building around. And often you don't want to play a 4-mana 4/4. I think the biggest problem with Gormok, though, was just, why would you play this when you could just play Piloted Shredder?
It's trash, but interesting. But trash.
All right, going to number 10, Master Jouster. So I believe this is the strongest jousting card in the set. Even though it looks like just a Sunwalker with +1/+1, a Sunwalker with +1/+1 is quite good.
Master Jouster is interesting. So, but the thing is, a 6-mana 5/6 is pretty good stats. Like, it kills Emperor Thaurissan, it kills all the 5-drops, it's bigger than Shield Maiden. 5/6 for 6 mana are really good stats, even if you lose the Joust. So it's a great late game minion, but I think it's going to be outclassed by other ones for most decks moving forward.
I cannot say.
Wow. Master Jouster, I can't. Okay, again, another card that kind of blanks in my memory. I don't remember this card actually seeing any play. The real issue with this card was jousting kind of sucked ass, because you're basically, like, to make jousting good, you have to make your deck expensive. But if your deck was expensive, you would just lose the early game. If your deck wasn't expensive and you try to joust with this card, you often just lose the joust. So you're paying for a 6-mana 5/6, which at the time I think was actually not good. I don't remember why Reyna thought this was going to be good. I guess he probably really underestimated how good Mysterious Challenger was going to be. And Strife Code compared it to Sunwalker, which is a 6-mana 4/5 with Taunt, Divine Shield. That card was consistently just a statted minion with Divine Shield and Taunt. And it, at the time, wasn't actually seeing play. So maybe they thought like a 5/6 version of it would see play. I don't know. This card, I don't remember seeing play. Now, maybe the Arena was good. I can't remember. I actually can't remember it seeing play, which makes me believe that I think the card was just trash.
I cannot say that it is like an auto-include in, like, Control Warrior decks. I think it's going to be very far from that. But I think it's an option. I think under some possible metagames, it will be a good option.
Probably my favorite legend.
Wow, really? Was that the only Justicar Trueheart? Okay. All right. Well,
I cannot say that it is like an auto-include in, like, Control Warrior decks. I think it's going to be very far from that. But I think it's an option. I think under some possible metagames, it will be a good option.
Oof. Okay. If he just said this card wouldn't be an auto-include in a majority of decks, I would have agreed with him. Because, you know, most of the classes got an upgraded hero power that wasn't very good. Like Warlocks, for instance, was, instead of taking 2 damage, you take no damage. Like, are you going to play a 6-mana 6/3 to get that? Probably not. So, but Control Warrior really like this card, because if you could play this card and you're not dead the following turn, it turned out, especially during a set like TGT, getting 4 armor a turn for 2 mana rather than 2 was a very good trade-off. You were not playing this card for the stat line. You were playing this card because the value you got from the upgraded hero power in Control Warrior was really good. And this was a lot of decks' kryptonites, because if Control Warrior was able to stabilize from Justicar Trueheart, they probably just won the game. Also, no other deck in the game could compete in fatigue as much as this card could do on its own, unless you were building a very specific deck. Now, I can't remember if this was played in Paladin. Maybe it was tested, because Paladin's definitely not the worst thing in the world. But the one that comes to my mind is the Warrior one. And this card was played in Control Warrior basically until it rotated. It was just really, really good. It was really, really good.
Option. I think
it was played Paladin.
Some possible.
I can't remember. I just remember Mysterious Challenger from
a good option.
Paladin.
Probably my favorite legendary in this whole expansion so far,
Priest,
from what I've seen. You're gonna want to play. You're gonna want to build your deck around it for sure, and not have too many of those 2 mana drops that Warrior's gotten.
Varian Wrynn, the king himself. So maybe at first I didn't rate this too highly. I'm thinking about this more. I think this is actually a really strong card for Control Warrior. I think this could it's a very good replacement for your Sarah.
Varian Wrynn, Warrior Legendary. This card is like really insane. It seems like almost all the cards in TGT kind of promote a slow or mid-range type of deck, and with even a moderate amount of flexibility, this card is like batshit OP.
And finally, the Big Daddy, another legendary that costs 10, putting Varian Wrynn alongside legends such as Deathwing and nobody else. 7 mana 5/5, draw 2 cards. Man, if that card were in Control Warrior, boy would you want to play it. It's possible. Where you play Varian Wrynn, and then you get like the Bruisers, Ragnaros to go with it. Maybe you feel particularly fun. You get the Ice Howl out there also, because why not? Gromish out there.
Moving on, we have Varian Wrynn, which is a 10 mana 7/7. This is like the legendary that I think is people are probably most excited for in the set. My initial impression was that this card is very good. And as far as the value you get from it, yes, it's good. Yes, it's good against Big Game Hunter. Yes, it's good against silence effects. There's nothing that like wrecks this card. The question is, in what matchups am I going to want to play a 10 mana dude in my deck? And the answer is really only control mirrors. It's just so bad in like 80% of matchups just because it's a 10 mana dude that I think it's not nearly as good as people think it is. But maybe you just play Varian Wrynn and then you play like the low curve warrior stuff and try to win off that Inspire thing, just like Paladin that I was talking about. I think that's the way that I would play Varian. Dreadscale on the other.
Interesting. Okay, so Varian Wrynn, yeah, this was definitely at the time for TGT was like the most hyped legendary as far as I remember. People were really ecstatic for it. I think the bigger problem with Varian Wrynn was like it was too slow for a lot of decks. I think it was played in something though. I can't remember what it was. It wasn't in Control Warrior, right? It was like maybe mid-range. Maybe mid-range was what it was. I think Control Warrior, the problem is like you don't want to play a card like this because often if this is only gonna be good in a Control Warrior mirror or a mirror match, you're gonna lose to fatigue because that's just one brawl and it's fucking like you're down so many minions potentially, etc. So I think it was played in mid-range warrior to kind of like have an additional board. It wasn't like the worst card ever. Like it didn't end up being like utter shit. People did play this card, but it was hyped up to be like the greatest legendary of the set, and it just fell flat. It fell flat. Yeah, 10 mana for draw 3 cards with maybe the benefit of like putting minions in just wasn't insane. Which is, I mean, you know what? I think it's easy. Like in hindsight, it's much easier to be like, yeah, this card sucked and we know why. But I think when you're going into TGT and most of the cards don't look extremely powerful, this card looked very dominant. You know what I mean? So I can understand why people were pretty hyped for this. I get it. I 100% understand why people were hyped for that.
Dreadscale, on the other hand, this card's nuts. I'm pretty sure this will be kind of a staple in Hunter decks moving forward. If you're a Hunter main, I definitely recommend crafting this card because a 3 mana 4/2 is already like Jungle Panther type of stats. It is actually a beast. So it's like the stats are passable to begin with, but then the fact that at the end of your turn you deal 1 damage to all other minions, this is just a really strong effect to tack onto a 3 mana 4/2 beast.
Evil Heckler.
Okay, before we get to Evil Heckler. Okay, Dreadscale is an interesting one. Dreadscale did see play. It did see play, but again, I don't think it was like a staple. It ended up being a little worse because it would affect your board as well. So like what deck do you really want to put this in? And why would I put Dreadscale in an aggro deck when I would rather just continuously like fight for the board aggressively and hit my opponent in the face? I don't want to hurt my minions. It did see play at some point, but I don't remember when that was, and that's as far as I'm going. That's basically it. I can't, nothing. Yeah, I think it's just because Hunter decks were super aggressive at the time, and this card was bad. You didn't want to put it in there.
Jungle Panther type of stats. It is actually 1 damage to beast.
Bodyguard, Evil Heckler, 4 mana, 5/4 taunt. So this is basically Booty Bay Bodyguard. With 1 mana less. When you reduce the cost of a card by 1, it's a really big deal. So this card is actually pretty good. And also, it's not really fair because it's kind of power creep. So I mean, what's up with that, Ben Brode? Like, apparently we don't want to buff bad cards, but we just want to release strictly better versions in expansion packs. Oh, that wasn't mentioned, you know? Yeah, it's not strictly better technically because if you're playing a jousting deck and you want a 5/4 taunt for whatever reason, if your opponents are always playing evil hecklers as their 5/4 taunt, you could be playing Booty Bay Bodyguard to also have the 5/4 taunt, but your Booty Bay Bodyguard would win a joust against their evil hecklers every time, right?
True.
Twitch chat finally gets its own Hearthstone card.
True.
That's what we call power creep. Rip. Booty Bay will never see play again. Oh my god. This guy.
Power creep. This is actually, I think, the first instance of pure power creep. Why, Blizzard? Why? I wanted to play Magma Ragers. I guess there is some way where it's worse than Magma Rager. I guess if you have a Cult Master in play and you're a mage and you're in a top deck situation with your opponent at 6 life and you have 2 cards in your deck, one card is Fireball and the other card could either be Ice Rager or Magma Rager. If you draw Magma Rager, you can ping the Magma Rager, draw your Fireball, and lethal your opponent. And
True.
Ice Rager will fail to do that.
Ice Rager, I don't like what the. This is just stupid. I just thought of some really good Magma Rager decks. They add this card. It's Batman.
I don't know. When I play Mortal Kombat, I've always been more of a Scorpion fan rather than Sub-Zero, so I'm a little salty that Magma Rager is smaller than Ice Rager, but it is what it is. And last but not least, we have Tournament.
Okay, hold on. Before we continue, holy shit, this is too good. This card saw no play. An arena, it saw play, but he is right. It is a complete power creep over Booty Bay Bodyguard, and it was just like there was no denying Blizzard. They basically said, "Hey, buy our cards because they're strictly better than all their cards." That's basically what it was. Same concept with Ice Rager versus Magma Rager, but I will say Crip is absolutely cooking out of his mind with this one. This is amazing. Ice Rager saw no play. I don't think it even saw play in arena. It might have. I don't remember, but yeah, both of them were bad. They're just strictly better cards than older cards, which is okay. I know people make fun of current Hearthstone, but it is, I can't really remember where it's just like, this is a strictly better card than an old one, right? Things get power crept, but they add an additional element that makes the card a little bit more unique, right? We have like the Silverback Patriarch and the Stonehill Defender guy. This is just funny. Like, it's funny that they put this card in.
Which is Goldshire Footman.
I just thought of some really good Magma Rager decks. And they add this card. It's Batman.
I don't know. When I play Mortal Kombat, I've always been more of a Scorpager, which is Gold. It is what it is. And last but not least, we have Tournament Attendee, which is Goldshire Footman with flipped stats. And yeah, it's a card. It does things and stuff. It has stats. Not much to say about this. I think it'll see about as much play as Goldshire Footman, but I think it is a little bit better. Goldshire Footman, fun fact, I almost played that back in the day. Goldshire Footman is the reason that I discovered Shield Bearer in Zoo, because I started with 2 Footmen, 1 Shield Bearer, just to test the 1-mana taunts, to have more Voidwalkers. And I realized Shield Bearer was being amazing every game, and Goldshire Footman was not as good as Shield Bearer. So then I went to 2 Shield Bearer, 1 Footman, cut the Footman. There we go.
Murloc Tinyfin. Oh my god, power creep. Way, way better than Wisp. And technically it kind of is, because the Murloc tag is probably the most expensive tribal tag when it comes to budgeting a card. So putting it on basically a card that exists like Wisp is pretty good. Most battle cries are pretty horrible when it comes to using them twice. They just don't do anything, or they're literally bad. But some of them can be pretty good. A lot of the joust effects are pretty good. A lot of the buff effects are pretty strong because they can trigger twice. For instance, you can play Brann Bronzebeard and drop like a Twilight Drake, and a Twilight Drake, might basically gain 7 health from your hand, but it will gain 7 health twice from your hand, so it'll be 15 health in the end instead of 8. It's hard to say if this card will be really, really powerful, but it's really, really fun. This is probably one of my favorite cards in the set because of that.
Brann Bronzebeard. Good stats,
Given its ability, a 3-mana 2/4, it reminds you of Baron Rivendare, which didn't see that much play, but did see some attempts to be played. I don't think you can just put this into most decks. You'd have to have a very specific strategy with it, which is like a battle cry strategy.
Ain't no way.
And I don't think that's quite there yet.
And then Tunnel Trogg.
Wow, wow, wow. Wow, Brann is a card, man. This is one of the few cards in Hearthstone that has only gotten better with new cards released. Which says a lot about the card. Brann was a card that had pseudo taunt, which is like Flamewaker. In order for you to actually, like, you have to kill this card. If this card wasn't up, if this card was up for a turn, it was very spooky. I can't really remember how good battle cries were back in the day, though. I don't think they were insane, because I remember in League of Explorers, the way that the League of Explorers were rated was, it was Reno and Finley kind of like tied, but Reno was just more popular, so often he was regarded as better. And then it was Brann, and then it was Elise. The only real, I'm trying to think of what, I don't even remember battle cards there were. Healbot? Oh, Healbot's interesting. Healbot's interesting. They weren't insane. It was treated like Justicar. Reno was very good. Reno was a good card. Reno, people really liked Reno. I guess Brann Healbot was an effect. But yeah, I think, like, I think it's easier in hindsight to be like, what the fuck were they thinking? Like, Brann's such an insane card. Like, they brought it back into standard last year, and the card was fucking nuts. Like, people hated that card because it was so good, because battle cries have gotten infinitely better. At the time, though, I don't think Crip is wrong. Like, I can't remember Brann being a card that was like, oh shit, like, if I don't clear this board right now, if I don't clear this minion right now, I just lose the game. I think that gradually continued to happen as better cards were released. I think Elise was better than Brann. No, Elise sucked. Elise basically had two things. One, if you wanted to just get a bunch of random legendaries, that was fucking fun. But often, Elise made your deck worse by playing the Golden Monkey. But what Elise did is add an additional card for fatigue matchups.
Powerful, but it's really, really fun. This is probably one of my favorite cards in the
That
set
was like
because
its
of
main
that.
thing.
Brann Bronzebeard. Good stats. Given its ability, a 3-mana.
Elise was really, chat, this is why I don't listen to you guys. This is why we don't talk to you guys. We don't listen to you guys. Elise was bad. If you go look at any single card or any deck that played Elise, it was just objectively worse. But it was in the deck because it did add an additional card for fatigue. It did. That's what it was used for. Now, worst case scenario, if you couldn't win the game because you had no more threats, you would play the Golden Monkey in hope. That's what it was. That's what Elise did.
2/4. It reminds you of Baron Rivendare, which didn't see that much play, but did see some attempts to be played. I don't think you can just put this into most decks. You'd have to have a very specific strategy with it, which is like a battle cry strategy. And I don't think that's quite there yet.
And then Tunnel Trogg, Shaman, 1-mana card, 1/3 is good stats. Whenever you overload, you gain +1 attack per locked mana crystal. That's cool. I feel like this card won't really work too well, though, unfortunately. It might be good enough to save this for when you play like a 2 overload or a 3 overload type of card or turn in the later stages of the game.
I hate this fucking card.
Tempo at your opponent. But I don't feel it's good enough as a 1-drop. I feel like Zombie Chow is just way better than Shaman because you don't care if you heal your opponent. And there's not too many overload cards you want to play on turn 2.
Hold on. I don't know if more people are going to review this. Hold on. We got to talk about this. This is another card that at the time actually wasn't insane. It was played. Don't get me wrong. It was still fine. This card became very good soon after. Very good soon after.
Yeah. I mean,
I think it was played during League of Explorers, though. But God, this card was fucked.
Maybe people will do that.
In Karazhan.
This card is just at least 1 mana too expensive to really see play. Priest has a lot of board.
One's already out. But it was missing,
this
like...
also sucks. So I guess it's in line with that.
I think I could be wrong. That was years ago. But I'm pretty confident that like it became so much better right after it was released. It was missing something. Yeah, the 4-mana 7/7. But like also there was other cards that made this card better. There was other cards that made this card better. It wasn't like dominant during League of Explorers. This card came out in League of Explorers, so I don't think Crip was wrong here.
Drop, I feel like Zombie Chow is just way better than Shaman because you don't
Hearthstone
care
was
if you kill
fucked.
your opponent, and there's not too
Totem
many
Golem?
overload cards you want to.
Wasn't Totem Golem in Grand Tournament
I
2
mean, if
though?
you really want 1-drops, you'd play
I don't think it
Zombie
was
Chow,
in.
and you'd play this.
This deck wasn't
Maybe
insane during League of
This
Explorers. I
card
can't
is
remember though.
just
Maybe it
at
was.
least 1 mana too expensive to really see play. Priest has a lot of board clears. They all kind of suck. This also sucks. So I guess it's in line with that.
You already have a bunch of removals as a priest. No, I don't think it's good.
I don't think it does enough in order to justify this. I think it just costs a little bit too much to make it work.
Such a weird design, this card. Really
Nice.
weird design. So this is like, I think this card is bad. With Light Bomb you always have in clear. With Holy Nova it benefits you more. So you are looking for a way where the shuffle this card into your opponent's deck benefits you. But that will never happen.
It's the
my
fact
God,
that it kind of looks like it's a drawback. It's like, oh, now your opponent can control when they cast it next time. In a lot of cases, just won't be. So that's interesting to me. That like the fact that you're basically cursing your opponent's deck, making it worse. In many cases, when you are going to be using this effect, is very powerful. It may just be too weak for how much it costs and how much it does against mid-range style of decks, because 3 damage for 5 mana is just not that much. But we'll see.
I do appreciate.
Yeah, okay, honestly, Killer's Take was the highest one here. This card was I don't want to say good. I want to say fine. Like it was played, but it wasn't like holy fuck, I can't wait to play this card. Because the thing is, Light Bomb was in the game and it had 1 more mana to deal a shit ton more damage. The thing about this card was that if your opponent drew it and they weren't playing a control deck, this was really good for you. And that's what Kilber was saying. But I don't remember how good it actually ended up being. I don't think it was nuts, but it was playable. It was playable. It seemed like everyone else was pretty like whatever about it though.
Your opponent's deck, making it worse. In many cases when you are
which
but we'll see.
I do appreciate cards which have strong stats and come with a drawback. I really love them. That said though, this one is going to hurt too much for control warriors, and in aggro warriors I think it's got a tiny bit of potential.
It's still Fireball for 1 mana. It's pretty good. For 1 mana, it's pretty good usage of mana.
Wow. This is a warrior weapon if you were curious. Yes, it does suck. You are right. Animated armor. It is a mage on the card for.
I fucking love Crip. Holy shit, this man's goated. Okay, this card sucked. Didn't see play at all. It turned. I mean, I think it was tried out in aggro decks, but people soon realized like the drawback is too insane. The problem with this card was like, you play this, if you don't kill your opponent as soon as fucking possible, you just lose. Like the game was so many over. I think the real way you saw this card was with Blingtron. Blingtron was a card that gave both you and your opponent a random weapon, and your opponent would be pissed, or you would be pissed.
It does suck. You are right. Animated armor. It is a mage on the card for mana for 4. Your hero can only take 1 damage at a time. So this card is actually super powerful at preventing damage, but it's still a 4 mana 4/4. So it's not really particularly strong.
True.
But it does actually combat a lot of the combo decks out there that try to aim to kill you on 1 turn in a very big way. So I think it's actually a pretty strong card. I think it will see play in some form or another. It's just the effect is so powerful in some situations that it'll basically guarantee to see play at some point.
That's a bad card. No, it's terrible. How's it good? You can play Senjin instead. It just has better body and protects you same way.
Hello, Dr. Fuck.
I mean, Clento, yeah, you're right, but not really. I don't know about that. The thing about this card is the effect would almost be really good if it was a spell. I wonder if they ever did that. What if they ever ended up doing that?
To see play at some point.
instead. He just has better body and protects you same way.
Hello, Dr. 5. So 5 mana 5/5. Cards cost 5. Now you can play Dr. Boom on turn 6. And the 5 mana 5/5 isn't bad by default, if it has a useful ability. And this one's ability is pretty wild. I have high hopes for this card. It's an interesting card that you could not build a deck around because you can't just put all the big cards in there, but it's a card that you could possibly put into a big deck.
This card is super bad, right? Why the fuck will that benefit you?
So Naga Sea Witch is a card that you can definitely just build decks around. But if you play this on like turn 5 and your opponent doesn't kill it, like you can play, you know, Aviana next turn or whatever. You can play, you know, Deathwing, whatever else, and that's all pretty cool. So I like that this is a sort of card that can spawn like an entirely new deck. I don't know if this deck will be good, but it is really interesting in how it will allow you to potentially like try to build around it with these big powerful legendaries.
The opinions on this card is actually pretty mixed. A lot of people hate it, but I think they're right. I think this card can screw you over, but in general, guys, 5 drops in this game are really bad. So the Naga Sea Witch is just a pretty decent 5-drop. And, you know, if you're playing like Control Warrior, your opponent might be really scared of you playing like a big legendary minion that would otherwise cost like 7, 8, 9, maybe 10 mana. So I see this card seeing a fairly effective play in a lot of the control decks, particularly Control Warrior. Really cool concept, really cool card, but I don't know if it's really worth it to do that.
Okay, hold on.
In general, guys.
So Naga Sea Witch, I believe in Standard, didn't really see a lot of play. The problem is that this card would often just die, etc., whatever. Kibler's take was honestly really spot on. Like, this is a card that you would maybe consider building a deck around, but it ended up not being great. The thing about this card is in Wild, when you have enough giants, because basically what happened is this card would be like your cards cost 5. Then the giant effect would take on after, so that you could have basically giants on turn 5 that all cost 0, depending on how your hand looked, etc. So you play Naga Sea Witch, you play giants. If your opponent didn't have an answer for it, bada bing, bada boom, the game was over. I remember actually there was an ad on Reddit. I can't remember what year it was, but this guy literally paid for ads on Reddit so that he could tell the developers to nerf this card because it was absolutely destroying the Wild metagame. And they ended up actually nerfing it to 8 mana because of, I want to say because of the ad, but like, I don't know if that's actually true, but it was very funny. This card was in Standard, though I don't think it was very good. Can't remember if it was very good.
5 drops in this game are, you know, if you're playing like Control Wise, a fairly really cool concept, really cool card, but I don't know if it's really worth it to do that just to put this card in here. I was hoping this card will cost 5 mana. I actually thought it did cost 5 mana, but then they released it and it cost 6 mana. So,
Yeah, the thing is, many cards are really good, so you want to have 2. And that's why it's not good. No, not good.
Reno Jackson. Reno Jackson, that's a really cool card. It's Tree of Life for only yourself. The dream of control decks everywhere. And I feel like this deck, this card will spawn a variety of decks.
I have already some really cool ideas with this card. This card can just destroy aggro by himself. Yeah, I really love this card actually. I love it.
Anyfin can.
Okay, obviously I don't think it really goes without saying. Trump's take was really good. If you drew this card on 6 against aggro, like they lost basically, like 99% of the time they lost. That's pretty much what this was. Reno Jackson was a card that inspired people to play a brand new way of Hearthstone. I think you could probably make the claim that Reno Jackson might be the most popular card ever introduced into the game other than Yogg. Like this is the card, like instead of calling it Highlander or Singleton, they literally called it Reno Dex because the card was so insanely fun and popular. Obviously the trade-off of Reno Jackson is that you don't have consistency. The consistency of a deck is often what makes a deck very good. But back in the day, restoring your health all the way back up to full was fucking nuts. And it was literally like, if you had this on turn 6 against aggro, you would win the game. This was, again, I'm really thankful that Hearthstone took a chance with an effect like this because it changed the game for the better. Even if you don't like Highlander decks, I think it really made a lot of people happy, and that's what Hearthstone's for, right?
Everywhere. And I feel like this deck, this card will spawn a variety.
They're still
of
making
decks.
Highlander
I have
cards.
already some really I really
The 10 mana Paladin card, summon 7 Murlocs that die this game. This card like blows my mind in a bad way. It's like spectacularly bad. It seems so amazingly disastrous that the fact that it's actually a card that went through the design process and made it to actually be a card in the Hearthstone game.
Oh
there's
no.
probably something I don't
Oh
really
no,
understand
dude!
about
Oh
it.
god!
So, probably the card is pretty good.
Dude, hold on. This is me for this, dude. Hold on. Hold on. This is me. You're hearing Crip fucking say this? Like,
Otherwise, they just wouldn't have made it, right?
It's a good spell for Murloc-based Paladin, but Murloc-based Paladin is not good still.
10 mana spell. Like, first think of 10 mana spell. And 10 mana spells are super crap. I don't know about this card, man. It cannot be good. Nah, this card cannot work. I mean, I don't see Paladin Murloc gonna work, so...
You'd have to have like 7 really powerful Murlocs for this to really be all that effective a spell. And I don't know that there are 7 powerful Murlocs you can reasonably have. The biggest problem with this is less the deck building constraints and more just the mana cost. 10 means that it is only going to come up in games that are going to enormous attrition.
Anyfin Can Happen. So this, at first glance, looks like a complete joke card. For 10 mana, you summon 7 Murlocs. Like, what are you even going to do with that, one says. But I believe that Anyfin Can Happen. And I'd like to say that Paladins with their excellent Murloc Knight, that's 2 Murlocs right there. So what if you were to play this in a mid-range like deck and you were to play the best Murlocs? And then I theorize about that, and then I realize, oh wait, that doesn't work because there's no good mid-range Murlocs, so you would have to be playing this in an aggressive Murloc deck, and this absolutely doesn't make sense then. So it turns out that Anyfin cannot happen.
dude, okay. That's actually wild.
Theorize about.
So I don't know if this card was actually playable right from the get-go. Like, the thing is that I think like when they were reviewing this card, they thought it had to be 7 different Murlocs. I think that's what they probably thought, because none of them actually thought that like you play Bluegills and Murloc War Leaders and then you resummon it, like it would be really, really good. Murkai was also there. So you had like this. I think it was actually just straight up lethal if you got Bluegill, Old Murkai, War Leader. I can't. I think it did 30 damage from hand. This card was nuts. This card ended up being fucking bonkers because Control Paladin had every tool in the kit to actually just stop you from winning the game, and then they would just murder you. This ended up being a very good card. Honestly, in hindsight, one of my favorite combo decks of all time. I really like this card. This card was fun. Anything Can Happen was super good. But yeah, I think it was like they didn't realize it was 7 different Murlocs. I will say this, by the way. Trump actually was kind of fucking really smart. I feel like people meme on him quite a bit, but he was actually pulling out some fucking good takes here for the entire video. He had some questionable ones, but he honestly, he was very, very good. I hope you guys like this. If this video does well, we will do this again. Shout out to David for getting this all together, because this probably took him a little bit. David, I really appreciate you, man. This was fun as fuck. This was really, really good. This was cool, man. In hindsight, watching these is nuts. There's some because there's some good reviews coming up. All right, thank you, David. I really appreciate this, man. Thank you, dude. This was fun. If you need me to do a voiceover or something, let me know, but I'll upload it to this drive so you can get this done. So if you want to work on the next one immediately, we can. I'll upload it right now. Also, David, if you can you download the darkest dungeon stuff so I can at least take it off the drive so it doesn't sit there for 5 million years? Also, I'll upload the ChatGPT stuff too. I might give you some voiceover for ChatGPT, but we'll see. Let me know how the video ends up turning out. Okay. Chat, was that fun? Did you guys like that? That was fucking sick. That was actually really fun. I didn't realize how fun that was gonna be. The Shrek line brought a tear to my eye, dude. The Shrek line was fucking hilarious. Yeah, I might end stream here. I was gonna play the Tavern Brawl, but legitimately, I think like this is a good time. I think this is a good place to end it. Working that man David like a slave? No, dude. Dude, listen. David is treated very nicely here. He's the man. Yeah, I think I'm gonna end stream here, boys. I think this was great. I think this was really fun. I gotta work on other stuff anyways. I don't know if I'll be live tomorrow. We'll see. I'll definitely be live Monday. I have like 40 hours of card reviews. Holy shit. Holy shit. Link to what? What about backpack battles? I actually haven't played backpack battles in a hot minute. I'm going to rate someone for you, chat. YouTube chat, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you guys have a good rest of your day. I'll see you guys next time. I'll see you guys probably on Monday. Well, I don't know if I'm going to stream on Sunday. Tomorrow. We'll see. But thanks for watching, guys. Hope you guys have a good rest of your day. All right, YouTube, let me find, or Twitch, let me find someone.